Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Sunday, it's the end of the weekend, and that of course means it's time for us to jump in to some good old Warframe. Hello and welcome one and all. How is everyone doing today? Hello there Cosmo, hello Gorilla, hello there Durzak, hello there Quintus, hello there Ladybug, hello there Corocop, and especially hello there Liv.
Good evening.
Good evening to you as well there Liv. Now on to 4 months. 4 months subscribed, thank you very much Liv, I appreciate it. Hope everyone is doing well, and Corocop with a hydrate as well. Alrighty tighty, welcome in peeps. Welcome on in, welcome back to Madge. Now, as you may have guessed from the stream title today, or from all the messages I put out in different bits and places, I intend to finish off some prime parts, or prime sets I suppose is the better word. If I head on over to here, we do a quick little search for Phantasma. You'll notice I'm only 1 part away from having the Phantasma Prime building, and likewise for the Tatsu, only 1 part away there. They're probably rare parts, just to make our life that bit more difficult, but those are indeed the bits and pieces I need to get. Also, apparently I have a finished former, and let's build a new one. There we go. Gonna need some more of those blueprints too, aren't I? Gonna need some more of those. So that is the idea for today, because in one stream it's probably going to take that long to get those parts. You know what it's like. You know what it's like farming prime parts. They can be an absolute pain in the ass when you want to find them, and then when you're not looking, you suddenly get 5 of them. But before we get onto that, guys, we're going to be going through the day's sortie, as is tradition, of course. And if you want to be part of that, make sure you send me a message in game, the engineer. I'll bring you into the squad, and we'll make our way through this. Hey, look at that, we got disruption on there as well. That should be fun. There's need. Send me a message in game, and I'll bring you into the squad. Hello there, Hawk. Hello there. Is that Saren Primo? Saren Primo. Hello there, Saren. Hello, F-King. How are we all doing? Hello there, Brissenger. And we've got 7 Rage wanting to join in. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Let me just do a quick little change Reno on some bits and pieces over here. Just mix it all up, and why not have that? There we go. That's a Liv wanting to join in on the sortie as well. Let's do this. Hello, Raidover. And there we are, we have our 4th and final squad member of the day, Vax and Badge. Hello, Trainwreck. There we go, we got a full squad. We're going to shut up big old Salad there, because we don't need to hear his voice over and over. Let's head into the rescue and get this show on the road, shall we? Well, let's get this show on the road. Also, for those of you who were here on the D&D stream on Friday, and I say D&D stream, I mean literally designing monsters for D&D, Warframes as monsters. If you haven't checked it out yet, I have uploaded the details from that stream, plus some more that I've done afterwards, over on the Discord. So if you check down in the Misc Gaming section, the miscellaneous, there is a forum thread specifically for it if you want to check out those monsters in more detail. It's not a full release, and certainly it's in development, not even alpha version, but you can check it out. Hell, even try it out if you have access to a game to play it on. Let me know if you do try it out in the game, of course. I'd love to know how it goes down for you. Do you know with the hydrate? Let's see, can I do this whilst running? Cheers. Yes, I had a nice lovely straight line to run through there, so that actually worked out perfectly. So I'm saying, damn it, Twitch didn't get the notification to stream. That's why I post in the Discord. That's why I post in the Discord as well, because we don't rely on the bots there. Bots are failing everywhere, left, right and centre. They're not doing their jobs. That's where we have to step in. There we are, we got the hostage. Let's head on out of here. Now, it's a good thing real life security don't take this approach to busting out hostages, because they would be just shot on the spot. There's no timer counting down until they get murdered there. If you had us coming in guns blazing, the hostage would just be dead. It'd turn into an exterminate mission. They would say, I know it's comparatively minor, but I love the screenshots used in the D&D Warframe pages so far. Very nicely edited. Thank you. And you say comparatively minor. Imagery makes a significant part of any kind of document. It really does. It brings the all the mechanics and whatnot to life. Actually gives them a purpose for being there. Runsable Trout, thanks for the follow, mate. Alright, let's get on to mission number 2. Going to say, finally started dabbling more in wormholes and Eve after remembering your story about torturing some folks living in one. I think we found a new niche of wormhole mining. All the best on that. I saw you post about mining in... Didn't you mine in Trig Space? Was it Trig Space, Pochman, that you went to mining in? Because if so, that was a bit ballsy. Oh, actually, we all need assault rifles, and I'm currently set to viral, which would be terrible for this mission. Viral would be a terrible, terrible pickup for this mission. Let me switch that over to, yeah, corrosive. Actually, also, if I'm going to do that, let's edit this one. Put some heat on that to make this gas. There we are. I got corrosive and I got gas. Just to absolutely min-max the damage here.
There I go again.
I could say, yeah. Alright, just be careful when you head on into Parchment, because I've killed more than a few mining ships in Parchment myself. I've killed a few. Essentially, they say, Wormholes and Eve, are you familiar with Wingspan Delivery Service? Yeah, you have to watch out for them. You have to watch out for anyone like them, or just watch out for independents. I always flew independent. Like, there were times I was with groups here or there, but really, I've always been an independent whenever I was on Eve. And, yeah, Cloaky Legion just kind of appearing right next to your mining ship. Not a lot you can do when the lasers start firing. Fought more than a couple mining ships that way. I'm absolutely shameless on that. If you're out in anywhere but high sec, yeah, you're fair game. Actually, if you're in high sec, you're fair game, but it's not as worthwhile there. Everywhere else I can kill with impunity. Can someone help you with your quests? I believe that most quests are actually pretty solo. It depends on what you're stuck with, my dude. It's a wormhole open straight up to Archie and Pochman. Couple jumps away from Dodixie. Yeah, I'm familiar with Dodixie and Archie. I'm familiar with both those systems. I remember Archie before it got stolen by the Trigs. In fact, Vale is also part of Triglavian space. I used to have a few ships stored in Vale because I was living out of Cat at the time. I like the idea of living in a system called Cat. It was a terrible place to live, but I was there. I'm very familiar with that part of space, Winters. Hell, I probably still have some bookmarks just kind of littered all over the place. Am I holding that one? Oh, okay. Also, I realised I modded my glaive for gas. This is an assault rifle only, sorty. That's not going to do a lot. That's not going to do a lot, is it? But people are already killing the demolishers before I'm even seeing them, so that's fine. Oh, you had a golem around to protect you? I mean, the golem will certainly give a bit of danger for people who want to just assault the mining operation, yeah. You gotta be careful though having a golem around, because there are a lot of groups with a lot of shiny ships moving around Parchman, and if they see a golem defending a mining operation, they will absolutely tear your face apart. Oh, they would love to have a golem to kill. But I suppose you can't be Sino dropped in Parchman, so that is a positive. Yeah, Quintus, if you want to do more of the Parchman mining, you might want to look into getting hold of some, what should you call it, filaments. Because you and your squad can just kind of zoop into there. Your fleet, not squad. Well, I suppose squad is the correct term as well for a small fleet. Yeah, get some filaments. But let's hope that gas does a bit. Yeah, it did a bit. And I hope for that to happen, 2 hours and not a single rat. Well, you won't get rats. You won't get rats. Squad are asking what prime's trying to get. We are looking to get the last parts of both Patsu and Phantasma Prime. Patsu and Phantasma Prime. Marauders usually shiny pinatas. Marauders in Eve have actually become quite capable ships, but they are still exceedingly shiny. So defeating one does take a fleet, because otherwise that Marauder will just tank you. And as soon as it gets the opportunity to just micro jump out of there, what are you going to do? I think can micro jump pretty damn quickly.
Right, they're back.
But yeah, as soon as there is a fleet to actually threaten a marauder is screwed. Works on small scale. On large scale, you either don't use the big boy button or Bastion, in which case you need a fleet because your marauder is now just an overpriced battleship, or you just die.
Right, they're having a go. Keep the demos away from that.
It sounds very welcoming. Oh, it's totally welcoming. It's definitely not one of the hardest games to get into in the entire gaming industry, because not only is it as ruthless as Dark Souls at times, but you're dealing with actual people who want to make it as ruthless as Dark Souls. No quarter will be given. None. There are plenty of nice people, but there are also plenty of people who are very, very not nice. And all in between, including those who are nice to everyone they consider a friend and just murderous to everyone else, because why not? That's what you do. Outside of new player star systems, everything is considered everything goes PvP zone. There are different rules, different setups, but otherwise everything goes. There is no such thing as a fair fight in Eve, for example. Essentially, quoting, "We're not here to ruin the game, we're here to ruin your game." That was Goon Swarm specifically. That was Goon Swarm. Or still is Goon Swarm. They're a very interesting bunch. Kind of established themselves around the idea of being the boogeymen. And it worked. They grew. Yeah, I know, but you have to have time, dedication, and a little bit of masochism to want to play Eve. Because otherwise it will chew you up and spit you out. Hell, even if you have those, it could well still chew you up and spit you out because it doesn't care. It has no reason to. Quinn's saying, we got Code, Loyalist, or 2 remaining in the area. Kind of started to watch them try and scare us. Yeah, Code was always a joke. Oh, I can leave. For those of you who have no idea what we're referring to as Code was a player group founded on the idea of just suicide attacking. So they would attack, even though they would know they would lose their own ships to the police, they would attack miners just to say, look, you're not allowed to AFK. And likewise, they went after freighters, saying, nope, you're not allowed to just fly through this area. It turns out that gets boring pretty quickly, and doesn't really do much when mining is everywhere. Okay, you blew up a mining ship, the guy's just going to go get another one, or just be bored and leave the game. I actually, for a time, was helping out some haulers in anti-ganking to fend off Code, make it where Code were coming in with numerically perfect numbers to defeat a freighter. And so by changing the equation, by bringing in ourselves as a third party, their mathematics was now wrong. But it's still... Yeah, Code were always just... Code were chaotic evil, I would say. If you had to put an alignment chart, Code were chaotic evil. They acted like they had a code, hence the name Code, but they didn't really. So they were straight up just here to screw your game. Evil pirates. Is that a fairy Grendel in the squad? It might be a Grendel. We've definitely got a Grendel. Alright, what was the third and final mission of the sortie? I've already forgotten. Oh, no, I'm petting the infested. Although. There we are. Alright. So, the third and final today is the assassination. I might as well just take the same kid there. Let's start the prediction. Guys, what reward do you think we'll get from today's sortie? What do you think we'll get from today's sortie? Is it going to be a NASA sculpture? Is it going to be a ribbon? Is it going to be a booster? Or something else entirely? Now, Korokop, you requested an armor strip Oberon. An armor strip Oberon is not exactly a pick for this mission. Because I don't think you can actually apply it to the boss, so I'm not going to bring it. I think that's actually the wrong kind of thing to bring to this. I'm going to try it out. Just fairly certain it just doesn't actually work on this one. Omniholic saying, I always see people running ZT weapons on Railjack. What's the reason for that? If you're asking for other people's opinions as to why they're running them, probably best to check with the other people's. If you'd like to understand the turrets better, however, as to why you might want to pick that or pick a different turret, then check out my turrets guide over on YouTube. I'll be honest, I can't remember if Z-key is always the right answer. I don't think it is, but, you know, the turret guide there will remind you. I have a relatively dim response when it comes to, you know, relatively uninterested response when it comes to trying to figure out why people do things. Instead, check out my guide. See for yourself exactly what's best, and if that's Z-key, then you'll also understand why it's Z-key. Should be trying to figure out what randoms are doing. The other thing you gotta remember is that Railjack has been changed multiple times since release. There are going to be people stuck in the old ways, which includes misunderstanding how things are now. Yeah, check them out.
Why must you always work against progress? I'm trying to bring us all together.
Alright, we are just about to smack Allard in the face. By smack him in the face, I mean wait for him to allow us to smack him in the face. Where is he at? I'm just going to pile some procs onto him and see if something kills. Very strangely, despite being a boss, he allows us to hit him with more than one status proc at once, and he's dead. Yeah. Sorry, more than 4 status procs, not more than 1. So yeah, that's it. What an easy fight as far as boss fights go. And yeah, I don't know. I couldn't actually see in time. I don't remember seeing if he had armor or not, but he died. Yeah, he dead. Oh, we're going this way. We're going up. Just run past the infested. Who cares about them? Those exploding ones are always an absolute pain, not gonna lie. Because if you shoot them too close to yourself, they explode on you, like so. And for non-tanky frames, that damage can add up pretty quickly. There we are. Cosmo forgot to gamble today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, it's a Riven mod. Excellent. We'll put it on the pile. We got another Riven. Who's looking at a lovely win there? 4 people gambled on a Riven today, including Carlos. I can't pronounce the rest of your name. I'm far too English to pronounce that. But Carlos, gambling 2,370 span as well. You're going to get a few back from that. It is indeed a Riven today. Yeah, sorry, Carlos. I have absolutely no idea. Let me try this. Carlos Czekalski, I want to say. That actually looks a lot simpler than I properly read it. Carlos Czekalski. I might be wrong there. But congrats all the same. Enjoy your spanners. It's Polish, yeah. Yeah. I always struggle with Polish names. I always do. Oberon good? That's an interesting question, Fresh Poker Pal. We've got not a lot of context there, so I'm going to go with 7. I'm going to go with 7. Anyway, Torcop did request an armor strip Oberon, so let's bring out Oberon. I'm going to say I'm Polish heritage, learned a bit here now. Fair enough. I know precious little Polish. Very, very little Polish, actually. Actually, basically none. I know how to say thank you, and even then I probably mispronounce it. So yeah, it's safe to say I know no Polish. Let's put it that way. Alright, we've got just a very standard looking Oberon Prime here. Nothing too fancy, not even a former in it, which means we've got Prime Shield footed down here when it could technically be up there if I tried to make this build happen. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm looking at this build, I'm not feeling too happy with it. I'm not feeling too happy with it. What I'm going to do, spice it up a bit. Give it a little bit more oomph, because I'm also noticing that the armor reduction there is only 77%. If I go for Intensify onto here, it brings us up to 92%. And if someone is using a Corrosive Projection, which Liv is, then there we go, that'll do just fine. I'll lose my armor, gain some strength. We'll hope that's the best. We'll hope that is for the best. Alright then, now let's switch this back over to my all-purpose build, and let's switch this back over to live strain for my immediate healing. Let's give it all a whirl. Max and Match, that is a terrible joke. That is a terrible joke. I'm saying I learned something for my grandfather. Okay, Renuva, I'm gonna trust you on this one. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna hit translate to English here. Is it gonna detect that there is something to translate? It did not detect it. Okay, well done, Google. But seriously, Renuva, no. It's as much as that may be the discussion of foreign languages. Liz, no. I don't actually know that that translates correctly. So don't bring that on to me, because my answer will just be to time out. I'm not going to try translating stuff. Phantasma, where are you at? Alright, so we got the Phantasma Prime blueprint. It's the Prime stock I need. And the Prime stock is in the P6, and I have one relic. Well, let's hope this lith is enough. It's alright, Renuva. I just have to make it clear, because same goes for you and everyone else here at the same time. Hello, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Alright, Lith Fishers, we've got a mobile defense or a rescue. Well, that's an easy pick, isn't it? That is definitely an easy pick. Do you have any of the new relics? Well, you never know, Liv. You might just get a free ticket to some of the new stuff then. Easy peasy. Can I think of any weapons that have infinite range and infinite body punch through? Yeah, Zenith. That's the only one. Fluctus can technically also have that, but you need to use it with Avara. And then you need infinite energy for it to have infinite range. Correct up saying Nataruk? Oh, I suppose body punch through, yeah. It doesn't have infinite punch through, but yeah, infinite body punch through Nataruk. You're right. You're very right. Ah, yes, Cosmo, so you did. You know what? Let's see if the translate works on that one. Does it detect there is a language there? It does not! Oh wait, yes it did. There we go. The translation worked. That time I could see what you wrote there, Cosmo. So I will not ban you from the stream forever. But don't do it again. Alrighty, let's get cracking through this. We just need to pick up Reactant. I don't have a companion. Have I just done an entire sortie with no companion equipped? Did I once again forget to re-equip my companion after doing a Captura? I think I did. I must have. Why else would I not have a companion equipped? Well, that was fun. 4 missions into the stream, no companion equipped. I'm a professional, guys. I am definitely a professional. I'm just going to activate my heal now, seeing as there is a possibility I might need it, given I do not have a sensor to heal me. This may be a Liv Fisher, but you can never be too safe. And seeing as that buffs my Oberon, I might as well just recast this now for even more heals. And now it affects the entire squad. Beautiful. 148 health per second to everyone affected. Although, for some reason, it's no longer affecting the whole squad. For a Warframe player doesn't need no companion. I mean, I don't need a companion. However, Carrier Prime is still amazing. Is that a double friendship door? Warframe, come on, you're better than this. Hello Andrew, how are you doing today? Hey! Nailed it, hole in one. Let's get out of here. I do love how the Foreman can just casually one-shot enemies. Without having to aim, without having to really focus on it. I noticed some people in YouTube comment section, and I say some people, I mean maybe 1 or 2 people like, oh, why aren't you aiming with a Foreman? Like, I don't have to. Its hip fire is perfectly fine. Its hip fire is actually just on point. You know what, guys, this might be a very short stream. This might end up being a very short stream. Well, we'll do something else, but there we are. Hole in one. Yeah. First I find the rescue target straight away, and then I find the prime part straight away. Awesome stuff. Sintra didn't say, also, I just got a new Cubro. Any recommendation for Eve system names to call it? Yeah, Cat. I believe Cat is in... It's not in... Is it in Seagull Liaison? I think Cat is in Essence. I think Cat is in Essence. Alternatively, you could just pick basically any name from the Galente region. You can get some interesting bits and pieces there. And Carlos apparently no longer wants to be able to chat. Alright, Carlos, we'll see you later. Enjoy your self-requested 2035 timeout. GG no re. This is where we find out they didn't want to do that, and now I've just timed them out for 33 minutes for nothing. But they're gone. Yep. Alright then, let's see what we got next. We have got... Well, I suppose I should just get the Phantasma building now. I've got all the parts for that. They may still be watching. Oh yeah, they may still be watching right over. Absolutely. It's just they can't say anything now. Then over to say, so that's what it does. Yeah, it's amazing. If you read it, you can see it. I know this is an uncommon thing in the on the internet, but reading is actually a possible thing. So if you click Get 2035, it literally says in just 5 words when you click through, time out yourself for 2035 seconds. But yeah, I couldn't make it clearer. I really couldn't make it clearer. Right over, thank you. Thanks for a reminder. You now have a male Sonic Cubro named Cat. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Your next one, next companion you've decided to name it after an Eve system or something, you can name it after a constellation. Just to spice it up a bit, name it after the Coriolt constellation. Coriault. Coriolt. That is the constellation in which Dodixie is found, so it is, of course, the most active constellation in the entire Galente space. Because I am an absolute nerd, I just know that. Do I have a Gauss build I can show? I mean, I have a Gauss. Is it built? It's a Gauss. Let's see. So, my go-to is apparently this. We have a dash polarity up here and no mod in it, so I can fix that as well. Let's put a rush mod in there, why not? Who really cares? Yo! Karen Flyker, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or if I should pronounce it all, but there we are, Karen Flyker. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your new emotes, your access to the supporter T-Lounge, and your ad-free viewing here on Twitch. I appreciate it. Alright, so yeah, as just a general go-to, Gauss absolutely loves duration. Duration is amazing for keeping up kinetic plating longer. Duration is amazing because it doesn't just buff the duration of Redline, it also buffs all of the stats. The fire rate, the attack speed, the reload speed, and the casting speed. You know, the stats you care about, all of those get better as well. Strength isn't as necessary. Strength is pretty much important for the third ability, whether that be Thermal Sunder for the damage on that, or in this case for Raw, because why use Thermal Sunder when I can just buff up my damage directly? So that's why I have that there. Otherwise, yeah, duration, don't tank your strength, and enough efficiency to cast with whatever energy income you expect to have. Range is a non-issue, even with Raw, because screw it, I ain't giving it to other people, this is for me. That's for me. Zenova was saying, got Sevagoth with Pick a Frame. Yes, I have got Sevagoth. Did you actually... Zenova, I did just mention about reading. I definitely did just mention about reading, because you remarked on the 2035 pick. You definitely heard that conversation. So I would like you to read Pick a Frame, and then we'll come back to that one. I can see this is your first request for a Pick a Frame. So I would like you to have a read of that one, to be absolutely certain you understand what Pick a Frame's used for. Squirbo was saying, what's reading? It's what people in the upper half of the class do, Squirbo. You don't have to worry about it. That was really mean. But I'm sticking with it. Own it. try for saying Mesa, please. That's a second. My God. We're not doing too good on the reading today, guys. I don't like this. You just like watching Sevigov gameplay. Alright, you know what? Monkey Paw is curling its finger here on this one. You requested Sevigov, and just Sevigov. You're going to get Sevigov and just Sevigov. It does say it's meant to be a little bit more than that to it, but sure, that's what we're going to roll with. Let's see. Let's see. It was the Tatsu piece I need to get now. Tatsu. What one am I missing? Tatsu Prime Handle. Oh, I don't have that relic. That's annoying. That is annoying. All right, let's see if I can get it by doing this.
This we give to you.
Nope, not the Tatsu one. Nope, not the Tatsu one. Nope, not the Tatsu one. I only need to check this one. Nope, not the Tatsu one. Damn, nearly got triple ire. Nope, not the Tatsu one. Well, that was terrible. Anyone need some ire?
These are our best.
Let's try this again, shall we? Tatsu. Nope. Tatsu. Nope. Tatsu. Nope. It's like they're not even paying attention to me. There I am, asking for Tatsu, and it's just giving me anything but. Well, I never. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to throw a glaive at someone. And you turn in ire for Tatsu relics? No. You can turn in ire for the unvaulted relics. Tatsu is not an unvaulted relic, it is a standard rotation relic, so it's not something you can do that with. So I need to head over to Apollo. Let's go get some relics there. Yeah, so for anyone confused as to how Pick a Frame works, first, just to make sure that how I've written it makes sense, request the frame for the next mission and what you would like to see. For example, Lavos Mecha build. Troll picks inappropriate choices may be declined. The idea with Pick a Frame is that it is there to allow you to better understand a frame and build. It isn't there for someone to just go, just use this. I don't care what we're doing, where we're going, why we're going, just use this. Because, unfortunately, as Twitch communities tend to do, when that is the option, it very rapidly devolves into, what does Mr. Streamer dislike the most? How many times can we request Excalibur and Eureli before the streamer decides to start swearing at everyone? And that doesn't end very well. That really doesn't end very well. That's alright there. That's why I'm making it clear I'm not freaking out on you or anything. Because, as I said, I could see from your message history, you are new here. So you don't understand that one, and that's fine. Now you do. At first you didn't know, and now you do. Mission successful, right? Speaking from experience? Yes, I am 100% speaking from experience. We've reached a point where you really got requested, I think it was like 3 or 4 times in a row. I'm just like, no, this is actually just trolling the stream, and I'm not enjoying it. We put it to a vote, and the vote also said people weren't enjoying it. So we did away with it. Made it very clear, no, this is for educational stuff. Almost every single person watching right now has come here from my YouTube where we solve practical problems. And I want this stream to be at least somewhat related to that practical approach. Yeah, let's script it here. We're still practical people. At least I am.
With an incoming routine. How's that feel?
Gladiator set Excalibur, is it better after the update? I mean, the update basically made it where Slash Dash was better, but... we could have a look at that, Squirbo. We could have a look at trying to make a Gladiator set approach work. I've never really been a fan of Excalibur overall, just his gameplay is beyond boring to me. But we can give it a whirl. Just slightly dodged a nullifier there. And we got nullifying conduits. Oh, that's excellent. I'm just about to go put this into a conduit. I just dodged a nullifier and the game's like, you did? Oh, well, we gotta fix that. I'm okay. It wasn't pre-nullified. I'm okay. As you can see, Sevagoth, yeah, he kind of slows everything down. It's his biggest draw. He slows everything right the way down. And that includes the Demolishers. The trick is you have to get kind of close, which means they might nullify you if you're too close. Why am I not hitting? There we are. What was up with that hitbox? Axie K9. Is that the one we're looking for? Nope. We'll keep going for now then. Doesn't the slash dash PV augment only build combo? Where? Thank you, Zeppelin. So yeah, we're looking for the Axie T10. That's what we need.
Here we go.
Stuff with like slow motion time. Yes, I've got just slow motions the nearby stuff. Look at that. It's beautiful. If I had an epitaph as well for cold procs, oh, things would never move again. Oh wow, that spawned right on me. I've never seen that before. That literally spawned right here on me. Oh, I'm dying. Huh. I mean, that was convenient as all hell. But wow. Demolisher kill speedrun. Gone wrong, gone fast. Hashtag hash swag. I don't know. Whatever you're supposed to put in clickbait titles these days. They usually make it spawn out of sight. Maybe they just didn't recognise that I am alive because I am in fact a ghost. Could be that. Fresh Bread Pack saying, for me, I'm here to see Octavia destroy Steel Path 1 mod. And Urani has always been a practical problem for me. Sorry, this is a run-on sentence. Let me try this. For me, I'm here to see Octavia destroy Steel Path 1 mod, and Urani has always been a practical problem for me. I always try to Grendel and Urani builds. I've seen someone use a ball build for Grendel and Urani's Aquablade beat Steel Path. Oh, wow, that's that's certainly a run-on thought there. That is certainly a run-on thought there. I don't want to mock it if it's not your first, second, or third language, but at the same time, like, there was 0 punctuation in that. Actually, in fact, was there even an apostrophe when there should be one? Nope, not even an apostrophe. Oh wait, there was one on I'm. There was one on I'm. Okay, you got one apostrophe. You found something that was not a letter once. But otherwise, I am struggling to pass that. I'll be quite honest with you. While streaming, while speaking, whilst playing a game, I need a little bit more to work with. Damn you, particle velocity! Why did I not put you onto Sevagoth? We made it. Oh, there's a second. Oh yeah, there's a second on I. My bad. Still missing the possessive ones. Being a bit ruthless? I am in a bit of a ruthless mood today, it seems. Yeah. I'm in a bit of a ruthless mood. I must have forgot to equip Arc and Energize, because clearly my energy's running low. Not just me? Oh, what am I missing? Is it possible to achieve 100% slowdown freeze enemies? No. Well, not with Sevagoth. Limbo does, but that's status. That's not 100% slow, it's just stupid. Why do you hear my intro just by coming and watch my stream? Ah, because it's such a catchy intro. It's designed to become iconic. Shows I've done a good job, I guess. That I need to go down to reach, don't I? There's one bit I don't like about this tile, is the up and down doors. Trying to figure out which door I'm actually allowed to go through. I go. Thank you.
You just have to wear it. Maybe I can catch the next one.
Big jump. Oh yeah, you can absolutely stack slows to slow things down to hilariously slow speeds, but unless a slow is designed to be 100%, i.e. Limbo status, you can't actually 100% a slow. Just like you can't get 100% damage resistance from most damage resistance abilities. Either they give immunity or they don't. Same's true with slows. Yep, we'll just melt all that, don't mind me. Grab a new one. Wait, am I holding a key? There is so much going on at once. Oh god, there's something over here. I didn't even realise. Whoops. I felt slowed. I was apparently not picking up a key, even though there was nothing in my hand stopping me from picking up a key. It was all confusing, and then the thing blows up behind me. That was poor. There we are, we're done the round. T10! We can leave!
One more round, what'd you say?
One more round? Nope, nope, nope. We're leaving. GG. We got a T10. Damn door. Give me something that can actually fly. Oh, son of a bitch. I've just gone up. I actually need to now go down. Because we go down to this one. But then we need to go up again. Unless I jumped around the rock, which I probably should have done in the first place, but I didn't think about it. That's what I mean about it. The uppy downy nature of this tile. It's, ugh. And now my waypoint's broken. Why, Gam? Why? How do you jump so much whilst in operator form? Well, like this. By having a by having all of the operator passives unlocked, and so I have all of the energy. Just all of it. There we are. Took us 3 rounds, we got ourselves the Axie T10. Let's crack this one open. More passives produce more energy? Well, it's a specific one, so let me head out of this menu and I can show you. Well, luckily for you, we are popping out of the mission, so I can show you. So if you head on over to the operator focus schools, I can open up just any which one, and you'll see all here are the waybounds. These are from the other focus schools, and I've unlocked them to the point where they become active on any focus school. And the one we're looking for here on Xeneric, Void Flow, increases operator energy by 90%. So that allows me to void dash more because I've simply got more energy to do it with. I also have Fast Sling, increases maximum void sling distance by 30%. So if I hold down the sling, not only can I do it more often, I can also do it to a longer distance. So these kinds of things, they start stacking up pretty substantially. You've also got the operator energy regeneration by 90% increased, so that means I'm going to get back that energy faster too. So yeah, unlocking these schools is actually kind of important. These waybowns, because they'll be available to you at all times as operator, and that really adds up a lot. It takes your operator from basically being a fill-in for, oh god, what do I do now? I've just got this little laser beam coming out my hand, to, alright, I heard someone was talking shit. Someone need to be wiped off the map. Operator can do that. If you set them up right. Alright, someone requested just makes up with nothing else behind it, so we're just going to use that for the mission here. Axie T10. 1 Radiant Relic. Let's go find the Axie Fisher and just go pop it open. Not what I wanted. Is what I wanted. Axie. We're going to exterminate. Let's go do it. Axie T10. Fingers crossed we get it this time, chat. Fingers crossed. I was saying I still want to see a full crew combat where we have one of everything in our loadout going. Where we have one of everything in our loadout going. Nope, not following. Yeah, the Mesa request literally says Mesa Plus. That was from Strife. Maybe around a couple of messages or two.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marine stationed here. Leave
Yeah,
no
let's go do it.
unsuspecting.
Oh, I'm apparently spawning in looking one way, but actually needing to go another. I love it when the game does that. Bap. More bap. An increasing amount of bap. I hope this is the way I need to go, because the waypoint takes a while to update thanks to one enemy live. Yep, there we are. Yeah, Mesa, you press 4 and it becomes high noon. That's Mesa in a nutshell. I have also got dispensary on my Mesa, so that if I'm stood in one place for a long time, I can just acquire more energy, no problem. And that stacks nicely with equilibrium as well to give me yet more energy. That's the entire point with my Mesa here, just all the energy to constantly be full Mesa. You'll notice I'm not using Mesa's Waltz because I could just deactivate my 4, jump to somewhere else and reactivate again. I don't actually find it necessary to use Waltz. I can just reposition. Especially by casting it mid-bullet jump. It's not as energy efficient, but it means I'm not using him for mod slot. Do I by chance have an Elemental Ward Hildren? Probably not, no. I know with Elemental Ward you can get more shields, which I suppose it's a thing. Beyond that though, that's basically what Elemental Ward Hildren would offer, right? You got the health option, why would you want it? You've got the reload speed option, you don't really need it. You've got the armor option, you don't need it. And then you've got the shield option. It's like, okay, cool. We spent an ability to get a few more shields on the frame that can generate constant shields. I don't see the value, I'll be honest. Yeah, there's also reflected damage, but let's face it, enemy reflected damage is actually pretty poor.
Broken their ranks
It's just
and they are
poor.
on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Alright. So yeah, that's Mesa in a nutshell. You press 4. Bullet work. Alright, come on, did we get it? There we are, chat. There we are. 2 rare parts, 2 relics. Job done. Yep. I'm literally just too good at this game. Maxed out my RNG stat, you know. Not even an hour. I know, we even got the sortie done. We got the sortie done, cracked open 1 relic, got the part we needed, the rare part. And both times it's been on my slot as well. Farmed the other relic. We're missing an active relic. Went out, farmed that one. And now cracked that open too. Yeah. Just like that, really. Just like that. Just too good at Warframe? Absolutely hot. That's basically just overpowered. Did I put all my special points into intelligence and luck? It does seem like it sometimes, Grilla. With a little bit in endurance as well, you know. I'd like to think I'm a relatively healthy person. My strength is definitely a lacking stat. Perception? I'd say it's doing alright. Agility? Not too terrible. But yeah, my main points are intelligence and luck. Moving on strength. Look. My strength is... I mean, I'm not fragile. You know, I can at least handle myself in a basic manner, but my basic manner of handling myself mostly comes down to don't get into a situation where I need to rely on my strength. Basically. Way back when I was still learning martial arts, it's going back into my formative years as a kid. Way back then, even then, my teachers always had to make a point that I may not have been the strongest, but I was certainly one of the harder ones to pin down. I was just always getting out. There you are. if you were to take it into D&D stats, as it were, my strength would have a negative modifier, guaranteed. Wisdom, I'd say, would probably just be flat average. Charisma, I'll let you guys decide on that one. Constitution, definitely a point up. Dexterity, probably dead average. Probably dead average on dexterity, but int. +3 minimum? Well, here's the thing. There are those who like to claim that you can equate int directly to IQ. They're wrong. That's not how it works, but there are those that would like to claim it. And if we were to believe those, then I would be just shy of a +3. If you're going by the route of divide your IQ by 10, there you are, that's your stat. It'd be just off a +3. But IQ really isn't that important. As the metrics go, no. Oh, you're saying +3 charisma? Really? No. I definitely do not have a +3 in charisma. Not even close to that. That would be lovely, but no. Two of those come from being the streamer. I get you buttering me up, but there's no way. There's no way. Is 3 a lot? So let's put it this way. In Dungeons & Dragons, a +3 is considered a typical main or high stat for a starting character. And when I say starting character, level 1 character is still a powerful character. A +0 means you are dead average for a commoner. ±1 is a significant difference. ±2 is a major difference. ±3 is you are kind of leading the charge on this. +4, you are beyond exceptional, and +5, you are literally as good as a humanoid could get in this stat without magical support. It just doesn't get better than +5. +5 is, in terms of intelligence, that would be your Stephen Hawking. In terms of strength, that would be your absolute world record holders for feats of athletics, your massive power builders, your elite sprinters. That's +5 strength, right the way out the top there. The average person you'd encounter, a commoner in D&D, will have -1s, 0s, +1s as their stats, nothing else. Would you really consider a Joe Schmo to be half as strong as a powerlifter? It's not about half, because 10 isn't half of 20 in terms of D&D stats. 20 isn't just you do double. The +5 is meant to represent being just a cut above. There is, of course, training that goes into that as well. That is natural that someone who is strong will also be trained in athletics, which is how D&D compounds the stats to be different. So someone who is a top-tier professional, they'd have expertise, they'd have a +12 from proficiency, they'd have +5 from their stat, they'd have +17 overall, compared to a commoner +0. But we're talking the base stat. We're talking someone who is massive powerlifter, you're just measuring their pure strength with no skill behind it, they're still dominating with that. That's the kind of thing. As I'm saying, you can have a negative charisma modifier but have positive proficiency and performance. True, yeah. Yeah, proficiency you can make up for a lacking stat too, absolutely. But there is only so far you can take that there. Sorry, Space Pirate, we have a full squad at the moment. I won't be able to bring you in. There's only 3 people in here. Anyway, we're talking too much about Dungeons & Dragons right now. Let's get on to... let's see, what was it? It was the request from Squarebow for Excalibur and looking at... well, bring on, bruh. Looking at the Gladiator set. Okay. And your actor is a jerk in real life, but fantastic performance. So you see, this is why using different stats from different game systems in common terms breaks down. Because to some people, charisma means how nice, or friendly, or attractive, or impressionable you are, and all those are different words already. Just like how people will conflate intelligence and wisdom as two similar things. Because depending on the game system you're using, they'll mean entirely different things. I can't. Yeah, I can fit that on there. There we are. So in Dungeons & Dragons, charisma is the force of your personality. So it is your ability to impress onto others your will. If you have a high charisma, you don't have to be nice to have high charisma. You don't have to be beautiful to have high charisma. A drill sergeant that bellows at the top of his lungs, that brings pure intimidation or authority, snapping all of the recruits in line. That drill sergeant is not being their friend. That drill sergeant is not going to be a pretty face. That drill sergeant, however, has the command, the authority, the will. That's charisma. It is another branch of charisma. That is charisma. You're saying us using pick a frame is +1 charisma? No, pick a frame is a contract. It's a request. And depending on your request, you might, in a D&D sense, be required to make a charisma check to see if you can actually follow through with that request onto me. It's a patron? No, it's not a patron. Nah, that's a different thing entirely, Tom. Contract doesn't mean warlock, guys. How did 2 of you in a row get this so wrong? Contract doesn't immediately mean warlock. Jesus Christ. Didn't think I'd ever have to say that. Everyone apparently works for the devil when they go to their job. No way, that sounds too correct. You know what I mean. Anyway, Gladiator mods. We've got 2 of them on here already. We've got Gladiator, Vice, and Might. Giving us 2 pips on here if it actually counts. Let's see, on Umbra, do I have any Gladiator mods on this side? I've got Chromatic Blade. Let's see if we can put any more into here. I search for Gladiator. Let's see, what would be a good pickup here? All of these are terrible because I've got the Umbral set. I don't want to use any of these. Yeah, I don't want to use any of those. Gladiator Rush on a stat stick, could do that. Could do that. Gladiator Rush. Combo duration. What could I replace for that on this? I mean, I don't need to have it ranked up. I could just have this one here and replace Life Strike. Yeah, job done. Easy peasy. Down ranked 1, replaces Life Strike, fits the capacity. There we are. Corman is watching, saying, I don't like that commanding demeanor means charisma. This means Vahek has high charisma. So, if Vahek has a commanding demeanor which actually gets those who listen to him to follow him, then yes. Yes, he does. But it doesn't mean it has to work on everyone. We are hostile to him. Being hostile to a creature effectively applies something like a -20 in terms of 5e setting. You can bring it up in the DMG. You have a look at the table as to let's say charisma DCs, suggested charisma DCs based on interactions with hostile, neutral, and friendly creatures. You'll find that the difference between hostile and friendly is about 20. So Vahek would have decent control over the Grineer around him, but terrible control over us. Because we literally don't give a shit. We are hostile to him. Alright, you take care, Brissinger. Have a good one. Alrighty. As I was saying, yeah, by the way, if you build combo on your normal melee and don't have any on your EB, your EB inherits crit chance of your normal melee. Because one type of statistic wasn't enough. Yeah, it doesn't inherit this crit chance, it inherits the Gladiator set effect, because DE can't code anything to be sensible. They couldn't code anything to be sensible to save their life, let's be honest now. With Chromatic Blade, that's given me the bonus based on my energy or emissive? Which one is it? Emissive colour. Okay, so I want my emissive to be green. I think. Oh, actually, the way I modded this, it doesn't actually matter, does it? No, it's just going to meld into all the damage types. So whatever, we'll just roll with it. We'll just roll with what we got. Let's do some disrupting. Ungodly one saying, did you know you can fail the Maru's Bizarre Item mission if you spend too long at it? Yep. Goes for any mission. You spend too long on it, it will just fail you. And I was about asking, do set mods on your normal weapon stay enabled when using Exalted? Kinda. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, so if you just sit in a mission, you don't actually do the objective or do anything, it will eventually just time you out. Assassination missions, you need to complete them within 45 minutes, I think.
Put the key in, and you can pull the shinies out. Trick is,
Mind Control doesn't count as Charisma. Mind Control doesn't count as Charisma, however, it does challenge the person's wisdom, which is curious, but it's how it works.
Allied Soul Detective will try to kill ya.
Yeah, D&D gets a bit weird when it comes to defining the difference between abilities and saves. Because a strength save is you using your strength to brace yourself against something, for example. But a charisma save isn't the strength of your personality standing strong against someone else's will. Instead, charisma is more about retaining your soul. So a charisma save might be used in something like keeping you on the same plane of existence when faced with a banish spell. Which is really kind of weird to me. And then Mind Control has a Wisdom save. But Wisdom, despite being perception based, seen through an illusion is actually Intelligence save. Yeah. It's not very consistent. It's not very consistent at all. Explaining it doesn't really work because it breaks down. You just kind of reach a point of, well, this is how they designed it. But this conversation even started, got like 5 minutes ago. It started on Friday, when I did a stream about Dungeons & Dragons. Or specifically, designing Warframes as monsters for Dungeons & Dragons. In case anyone is curious about that, if you have played 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, you wondered, hey, what if I did... God damn it, that's annoying. What if I did want to use Warframes as monsters in my game? Well, I have set up both Excalibur and Mag, it's 4 different tiers of play, as monsters for 5e. It's over on my Discord. I don't know how well they'd work, but I have created them and they should work, just needs a bit of playtesting. Hey, actually T10, if we needed that, that'd be great, but we don't. So, we're just here to get relics and get rich, I suppose. Yeah, for anyone who wants to see the document, if you head on over to the Misk Games forum over on my Discord, !Discord if you're not already there,
here we go.
You'll find the link and explanation there. The link is to the Google Drive link. It's not really for general releases yet, because it's only got 2 Warframes, 4 types, so 8 monsters in total in there, and they aren't play tested. But yeah, you can give it a whirl. I'm just going to cut things. Excalibur, go burrow. How's my combo doing? My combo is terrible because I'm killing everything with waves and they don't build combo. So my combo is actually just not going anywhere. That is problematic. Because if I hit them, then it builds combo. But I have to hit them.
Demo units too.
I mean, I can build up combo by blocking. That works. I didn't switch to Naramon, did I? That's probably going to be part of my issue as well. Yeah, I'm not on Naramon. Also, if I get nullified, does that remove my combo? It does. Yep, nullification removes my combo on the Exalted Blade. Everything is terrible. I don't like Excalibur. Get nullified, lose your combo. Only hit with wind waves, lose your combo. Decide to re-chat for a few seconds, lose your combo. Melee title on the fingers too. That is true, yes. The accessibility of semi-automatic melee swings forever. Not ideal. If you get used to it, you can slow down to exactly your attack speed. But most people end up just spamming because the attack speed is so variable anyway. You've learned something from this build? Perfect. What have you learned? The Excalibur is trash? It's bad, yep. You've learned that Excalibur is trash. I don't like him. Of all the things a Warframe could be, he is just sword. His glowing sword isn't really that amazing. It is so vulnerable to nullification despite being a frickin' sword. I just don't like it. Yeah, you can get augments to make some stuff really good, but those augments are best used with a normal melee rather than an Exalted Blade. That is my experience on the matter.
Sunshine.
Get a normal melee weapon and use that with the augment, and you do far better than using his signature weapon. Oh, that's a synthesis target. I mean, I'm doing plenty of damage. Like, I just killed that thing intentionally. Doing plenty of damage, it's just actually applying it can be a pain.
Can't do anything about that last interference routine. You'll just have to...
Not sure on that Animus Bath. Haven't checked the stats. Oh, I didn't even notice it run past me, and it nullified me! Heavy attack. Oh, no, it nullified me again. Yeah, excuse me whilst I just get nullified twice whilst trying to use my melee weapon. And also knocked down by a Blitz Tentacles. Yes. What's my YouTube intro music from? The YouTube music library. I found something in there that I could make an intro out of. I actually found 3 things, made 3 different intros, and that's the one I settled on. It's just something from the music library on YouTube. You're saying Excalibur's far from trash? Oh, he's far from trash, absolutely. He's very far from trash. Hydroid shows you what trash looks like. But there are 48 other Warframes to pick from than Excalibur and Hydroid. And of those 48, I find pretty much all of them to be more enjoyable than Excalibur. I mean, sure, yeah, I can slash dash. Oh. But it's just... It doesn't really connect as... Oh, not a fire. Doesn't really connect as an ability for me. Doesn't create any amazing feelings for me overall in terms of ability. It does do some work. There. Never actually noticed I had an after image before that, okay. Somehow I never noticed the after image.
Alright, it's getting a little hairy. One more round, what'd you say?
But overall it's just... I don't know what it is, it just doesn't really connect. How is Hydroid trash? Well, how is Hydroid not trash? His first ability, you have to charge up, it does pathetic damage and knocks down enemies. Okay, it can knock down enemies. Cool.
And they're well pissed off.
Why does it need to charge up? Second ability, he can surge forwards. This will slightly annoy some enemies. Do a minute amount of damage. Can't remember if it cleanses status effects or if you need the Orban for that. And it gets, if I recall correctly, it gets reduced range whilst using his 3. Not increased, no synergy, it's anti-synergy. It actually performs worse if you are using his third ability. His third ability, you turn into a puddle. This puddle makes you immortal. However, it also makes you slow as shit, can only interact by using tentacles, or can very slowly drown enemies. And I really do mean very slowly. And then his fourth. The tentacles should be... No, this is the Kraken. This is his ultimate ability. The tentacles grab kind of poorly. The damage doesn't really scale. Actually, it just doesn't scale. It flings the enemies around, making it more difficult to hit with precision weaponry. So, you know, screw you if you want to use a targeted weapon. And again, it's got that weird-ass charge mechanic. On top of all of this, Hydroid's survivability options are terrible. He's got crowd control. That's his survivability.
How's that feel?
He can go into a puddle, but that puddle without an augment doesn't actually heal him. So it's just a, oh shit, I need to hide as a puddle button. That's basically it. Hydroid doesn't have something going for him. He just doesn't. Thoughts of Vorban? Now, Vorban's a very powerful frame. Very powerful. Have we got 2 demolishes at once here? Oh, we have, and I just got nullified. I'm just going to throw a glaive at you. Wait, where am I hearing stuff? Oh, where is that other one? Oh, for crying out loud.
Getting a little hot.
How am I supposed to get out of here easily? There we are. But yeah, I used to use Hydroid a lot. That was when I had about 5 Warframes. I've since learned just how ineffective he is, and I stopped using him. Charge them with the exception, you mean exception of third ability, whose Hydroid is more crowd control than Vorban. Vorban has a vortex. It can crowd control an unlimited number of enemies within range at the same time. It brings them all together into a cluster for easy killing. He also has the tether grenade, which can control enemies in multiple zones at a time. In fact, the vortex can control multiple enemies in multiple zones at the same time. He has access to both of those. I failed to see how Vorban could not be more crowd control than Hydroid. Hydroid can set up a rain zone and a Kraken zone. Vorban can just completely lock down as many areas as he chooses. The only thing that gets through that are those which are immune to being ragdolled, which are also the same ones which will laugh at Hydroid. Yeah. There's just, again, Hydroid doesn't have anything going for them. They have abilities, those abilities suck. Those abilities have anti-synergy, long charge times, and no way to try to make him competitive. That's just the long and short of it really for Hydroid. So as much as I do not enjoy Excalibur, likewise I do not enjoy Eurali, Hydroid is actually just bad. Plus 300% invigoration, power strength, and Hydroid still trash. I mean, you could say the same about things like Loki if you just go by power strength as a measure. Loki is a capable frame. Not the most powerful. Certainly more capable than Hydroid in terms of actually getting stuff done. Owing to the fact that Radial Disarm is a thing. Radial Disarm was actually really great for me as a lower level player. When I was up onto trying to deal with the Void. That switch just nullified. Because it meant that I could just take away all the guns from the really dangerous enemies. Force them to come into melee and then it was a lot easier to deal with them. Loki is not in the best of places. Loki has their places. Basically, Loki's decoy is just a dead ability. That could be replaced with something actually worthwhile. The rest of Loki's kit actually works. It does the job. I mean, solid invisibility is a very powerful ability to have. No getting around that. It's just straight up invisibility. It works. Hello, you. Can I hit you before you nullify me? Well, someone else kill you.
Why is old Alad calling you lot betrayers anyway? Oh, no matter. Care for another kick at a conduit?
Hydroid is arguably worse than Nyx. Nyx is benchmark for you. I mean, Nyx is a pretty damn capable frame. Invulnerability on demand. Probably the, I think, the cheapest total defense strip in the game. in terms of amount of strength required. Crowd control through distraction.
Units looking to depart this mortal coil and take
Nyx's mind control is a bit meh,
clear of that conduit.
but that's the meh thing, is Nyx's first ability. You've still got the invulnerability on demand. With Augment, you're still able to actually fight. Without the Augment, it's bad. With the Augment, it can get somewhere. More than somewhere. Right, I'm turning off this goddamn sword. I want my glaive. Glaive, go burr. Screw the gladiator set, glaive, go burr. Where did that guy go? It looked like he just kind of went to the edge of the ledge and vanished. How's the Brook Exalted? Very powerful, if you can keep it charged. I find the problem with Brook is that if you are not able to actually keep your restraint low, so if you're in a mission with too few enemies, then Brook just keeps on having his fourth ability taken away from you. And that just infuriates me. It's like, why don't I use the frame? Let me use the frame, please. Game just keeps going, nah, you're too restrained. No, let me use the frame. Nah, don't feel like it. He's very, very powerful, but actually just annoying to use for me. Moody Math is saying, just started this game, how long will it take me to get someone cool like Mesa Prime? To get Prime Warframes, you can get them relatively early on. How long is a bit of a difficult topic to approach, though. It is a bit of a tough topic to approach, because it's not just getting a hold of the pieces, it's also actually constructing them. And in order to construct them, you need resources. To get those resources, you need to have access to the planets which have the resources on them. So I can't really give you a direct answer on that, especially as you will also unlock a lot of stuff along the way there, Moody. Like a hell of a lot of stuff along the way.
Conduits about to reset. Feeling
But
lucky?
I would say if you hardcore focused on trying to get to Mesa Prime specifically, and you were okay with dropping money to just purchase the parts from other players, then
Signal returns. Dig in.
as a new player, I'd say you might be able to do that 15 hours? 10, 15 hours? I'm saying that as a new player, so that's someone who's not going to have the knowledge on how to get there as efficiently as possible. A very efficient player could probably get there with support, maybe in 5 hours. That's getting to the point where they can even trade. And then it's just, yep, got the resources, carried to it, job done. 5 hours tops. But there's plenty of frames you'll get along the way, and the more you play the game, the more stuff you unlock. It's a grind game. You go through the process of doing the missions, doing the quests, discovering what this game is actually all about. And you'll get your stuff along the way. I have unlocked every single Warframe you can unlock without spending money, and the only one I haven't got because you need to spend money is also because you need to spend money on a time machine to go back to when it was actually available, because it was a Founders exclusive. Otherwise, I've got every single Warframe.
Looks like Alice
Didn't cost me a
is
penny.
keen to make the sale
Just
he
played the game.
knows every back door. Greed makes a person sloppy, hotshot. Remember that. Enjoy the boost.
You picked up Vault for Speedy. Vault was my first frame as well. Vault has actually been buffed recently to be an even better frame, and they were already one of the very best Warframes in the game. So I was surprised at the buff, I'll be quite honest, but hey, it's a welcome addition. So their speed has been buffed, the cost of their first ability has been cheapened. Vault is a great Warframe. Their electric shield has been buffed as well, so you can carry that around with no energy cost, and you can carry it around whilst using your primary weapon, not just your secondary. That's great. How much would a time machine cost? Let's just say that the currency you need to purchase a time machine with has yet to be invented. Let's go with that cop-out. Enemy damage resistance. Exactly what we need when I can hear a, what's it? Guardian Xmas nearby. There you are, you little piece of... Killed him. Aim for the head. Oh, I thought it was this way. It's not this way. Must be up here. There it is. Okay, couldn't get that one in time.
Mate, this is not how
Couldn't get that
heroes
one in
get
time.
paid.
Trying to position where it was, like, I feel like that one was on top of us very quickly. Here, I could hear the beeping, but I couldn't place it. I thought it was over this way. Oh, I'm getting knocked down while stalking. Turns out it wasn't that way. Next time I know, it's already there, about to jump onto it.
More likely we'll get our
That was
asses
tough.
handed to us. Still, with great stupidity comes great reward. What do you reckon?
Right. We'll take this. I think we'll just take this to 10 rounds, and then we'll swap to a different frame. Take to 10 rounds, swap to a different frame. Let's just get rid of that thing. Annoying me. Compare just how much Glaive is killing here. No nonsense, no energy cost, no build up. Just kill. Versus the exalted weapon of the sword guy. Compare and contrast. And that also adds to why I'm just not a fan of Excalibur. We whip out that sword, we're like, yeah! Gonna start killing everything one by one. Let me get up close and personal to it. Well, that other Warframe just deleted everything. But yeah, sword guy, woo! Let's go deal with this nullifier. It was already weakened by the time I got there. I don't know why someone would weaken it down to 10% and then kill it, but okay, there we are. It's like, he can carve through stuff. But then, I just Glaive. Yeah, not play Glaive. Glaive go burr. Glaive go burr. Ah yes, I would like some healing now, please. I've not got Life Strike on here. I apparently have lost some health. Actually, wait, I've got healing. What am I talking about? There we are. Me complaining about healing when I got the ability to just do that. As for XMLG saying, what's your most played Warframe and which one you like the most? Same answer for both, Lavos. Lavos is my most played Warframe. He is my main Warframe, my favourite to play with. A big part of that is his adaptability, that you can do lots with him. But another part of that is he allows me to honestly be a bit more lazy. It just allows me to be more lazy because he is so damn tanky that in anything below level 200 missions, the enemies will struggle to scratch him. I have to stop playing the game entirely, basically, to die as Lavos. So it allows me to just focus on the rest of the game rather than focusing on dodging 20 million enemies at once. Ta-da! I think this way. There it is. Come on, mister. Got him.
Getting a little hot. Gloves are coming off. Got another
No need to dodge them if they're dead. Yeah. That works too. But it does reach a point where, you know, having the ability to survive the enemy you didn't see coming definitely helps. We've still got some more rounds in us. Let's keep going.
Wakey, wakey. Here we go.
Screw you nullifier, screw you nullifier. Nullifiers are annoying every time you see them.
Having a go. Keep the demos away.
Even when I'm not using the Warframe abilities, nullifiers are annoying. Those Guardian Xmas are one of the few Xmas that I'll hard target as soon as I see them. Because they add so much... God, did I just accidentally hit my ally with that? They add so much damage reduction to nearby enemies. It's actually quite surprising how much of an effect it has. You go from one-shotting enemies to actually chewing through them. Got it. Yeah, Anaris is another frame that can do with work. Anaris is definitely a frame that can do with work. They have some interesting features, but the way they're applied doesn't really vibe. But he is tanky. Anyone who tries to tell you that Anaris is a bad tank is someone who only pays attention to level 200 plus content. Which is, by the way, not anywhere on the entire steel path. Inaris fails to tank when you have left the steel path. So, don't let Reddit grognards throw you off. If you ever come across a post saying, oh, Inaris is trash, he can't actually tank, health tanking is dead. I've demonstrated quite the opposite. I've gone through an entire steel path mission with Inaris, and Carrie here, this little companion you see floating above my head, I never fired a single shot and completed the entire mission without dying. Didn't use a single ability, didn't fire a single shot. And Naros carrier just walked through it. If someone tells you that they can't survive, it's because that person actually just isn't trying to play the game at the levels that the game is designed around. Of course things break down as soon as you go beyond level 200, beyond the design of level scaling in this game. Of course things get crazy there.
One more round, what'd you say?
Alright, last round. This last round is around 10. You'll find there is a fair amount of elitism in any game. Elitism in competitive games will be all about rank and KD, things like that. In Warframe, the elitism I found is more about those who do the absolute tippity top end of stuff, not realizing there is an entire game below that level. Not realizing that there is something more to life than 6x3 tridolons and level cap disruption. And because it is a PvE conversation,
Mind you don't get flanked.
those elitists can be a little bit harder to spot if you're a newer player. You can't just notice someone complaining about KD. You have to understand the game a little bit more to recognize, oh wait, this person is actually just a gatekeeping dick. Yeah, kind of messes with things a bit. Just paint this thing and hit it a few times with this blade. That should work. Just one more which is vulnerable. It's all the way over here. And we'll go through. No one had that one. That's unfortunate. But yeah, once you understand enough of the game to recognize the elitists, you'll find that Warframe is the most wholesome community that exists out there. Despite my general mockery of Excalibur and Eurali and Hydroid. You'll find the Warframe community is basically the best, or near enough the best of any large gaming community I've ever seen. But there's always some. Eidolon's super boring? To each their own. I don't find Eidolons that fun. but I mostly bring that down to the fact that the Eidolon fight is annoying in its lack of telegraphing, in its hidden mechanics, and that if you don't do it in a relatively specific manner, you open yourself up to all kinds of issues. The fastest way to do Eidolons actually skips a lot of what makes an Eidolon an Eidolon. So they'll, for example, for the second and third stage, they'll take the Eidolon shields down whilst it's still climbing out of the water. They will take down the shields and limbs so quickly the Eidolon doesn't even get a chance to fire off a single attack. The fastest way to do an Eidolon is to not let the Eidolon be an Eidolon. But if you are a more normal player, less experienced player just trying to casually play the game, stuff just kind of happens, which, until you just know the boss in and out, it's not really telegraphed. How many lures do you need? Unless you open up the wiki, you have someone tell you, you don't know. But even having a number of lures is important, more than one. Did the lures explode because of AoE damage? Well, the only way to notice that the lures were dying in the first place was to keep watching their health, and you're too busy dying to the Eidolon. It's never been an enjoyable fight for me. I like having to study a wiki just to be able to fight a single unit. I prefer my games to be gameplay. But that is a personal preference. Others enjoy the hell out of Eidolons. I also say I love it when boss fights make you bring a very specific loadout if you want to do it efficiently. Not there's a recent example of that. Yeah, I wonder what you might be referring to there. Yeah. Try to say, congrats to people that can do 6 Tridolines in one night, but that ain't for me. Yeah. Devil on Rage? Live? Wait. Did everyone leave or just them two? Just them two. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, we done the round. I didn't even realise. Ah! I've just been killing stuff. I didn't realise that we were done. My bad. I wasn't even paying attention. I specifically said we're done it after 10 rounds. Ah! Alright.
Shiny secured and we're in the wind.
Also, no, I don't remember Little Duck saying shiny secured and in the wind or anything like that earlier. It looked like the two just vanished. There we go. My bad. Now, the Eidolon fight, it's one of the better boss fights in Warframe, but the telegraphing on it just holds it so far back. Because if you get an Eidolon fight wrong, it will shove your face into the ground, it will rub you through the dirt, it will drag you through a hedge backwards, and then just kick you in the shins. It will curb stomp you, and any other euphemism for absolutely annihilating your face. But there reaches a point where you just kind of bend an Eidolon over and, you know, tell it to give you the arcanes. Although I say, I feel the Necromechs kind of ruin the experience of Eidolon fights these days, though. I mean, Necromechs make it more accessible, but they also do take away some of the process a bit. So, yeah, the Archibex does kind of just walk all over it. You just bum, 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 yeah. But all throughout, the way to deal with an Eidolon is just to have such overwhelming damage of the right type and right style that before the Eidolon can think, it's gone. Warframe's a game to be cheesed. I've said this for years. Warframe is a game to be cheesed. Korokop requesting Army of the Dead Necros. I mean, it's a build. Shadow of the Dead. It's a thing. The actual shadows are genuinely terrible. They are terrible, but you can use, was it Shield of Shadows to make it where they give you damage reduction. Such that with a build like this, it starts off with 77% damage reduction and can climb higher as you get more strength. So there is that. We can give it a whirl. We can certainly give it a whirl. I'm going to switch this out for the Kuvahek. I want to try something. I want to try something. Stick with radiation? Yeah, rad viral. Let's stick with rad viral. This should work. I want to try something in terms of its power level. Let's see what happens if we do this. Also, I just realized Carrier this entire time has been defanged. Let's put on its fangs again. Strife saying, well, Necromech makes it so I don't have to buy a Prime Sniper and put like 5 Former into it, plus a 5 Former Vault. Yeah, Necromech does, as I say, make it more accessible to do Eidolons. It does make it more accessible. Alright, so, Max and Badge is still in the squad. Seth and Rage, Liv, you dropped out because I forgot to extract. So I'm going to send you invites. I'm presuming you are still in. I'm presuming you are still in. We'll give Liv a sec. They might have gone to grab themselves a cup of tea. Always a good idea. Oh, you're taking a break for now. Okay. In which case, we have a spot open. Let's see then. Space Pirate, you still there? Are you still there, Space Pirate? Otherwise, I'll take the first person to message. Alright, first person to message. First message comes through. Whomever will take slot number 4 as we go in for a bit more disruption. Just gonna load it. Send me a message, I'll invite you as we start. If you take too long, you don't get to join. Works simply enough for me. Yeah, Shashem, I get you. I get you. Can this work? I'll join. There we are. I'll invite you as soon as I have a mouse to invite you with.
Operator, incoming transmission.
There we are.
Fortuna.
Okay then, so Necros with Shadows of the Dead.
Put the key in and you can pull the
Shield of Shadows augment to make it where those shadows will tank for me. I just need to have a decent enough number of kills first to actually cast it.
Ever. Also, the bleeders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill you. Give that console the old
Alright,
bypass so
once
we can
again,
get
we'll do
this
10
thing
rounds of
started.
this. Unless it feels like a crazy good run, we'll just do 10 rounds again. So let's start getting some kills. Until I get some kills, I am exceedingly vulnerable. Alright, have I got 7 kills? Yes. But I only have 5 shadows, which means my Sentinel had actually got a few kills there. Never mind. My Sentinel tricked me. There we are. Let's do that to summon another couple shadows. Wonderful. Each shadow is giving me damage reduction. I've got a total of 79% damage reduction at the moment. That will, of course, be doing a lot of work to keep me alive.
Right. Find a matching conduit.
And as soon as I have the purple key, someone else has it. Whatever.
Part this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
Surprisingly effective at range, but then this is star chart. Yeah, you can really feel the star chart in that. Use the slightly faster casting there. Oh, I missed. Reload, reload, reload. There we go. Did not expect that thing to just sprint through. Wait, was I destroying my own nullifier bubble? I did wonder why I could see a red bubble. Give me a new bubble. Can you do a new bubble? Oh, I kind of want a new bubble. We'll keep an eye out for that. We'll keep an eye out.
Fiddling with an incoming routine. How's that feel?
Alright, so we've got 2 active conduits. Demolishers could be coming from any angle. Let's try and figure that out. Seems I figured one out. Hello, Demolisher. Why are you running away? That thing did not take any damage. There we go. It looked like it just kind of saw me in the shadows and went, yeah, no, I'm going. I'm not having any of this. Bit of an unusual reaction, but you know. I also need some more headshots, because this is a headshot build weapon. Probably not the best thing to use against the Corpus, but well, there we are.
You're not done. I had to pay Maru.
Yeah, headshotting bows with a shotgun, it's not happening. Don't need to go anywhere. Don't know why I'm even heading towards extraction. We've got many more rounds to do yet, chat. Many more rounds to do. In case anyone is curious, this is the same Kuvhek that I used for killing the Archons.
Here we go.
Same approach, same idea, headshot for win. The only problem is my Sentinel is so damn good at killing, headshotting something that's still alive can be a problem at times. I have to aim a little bit further than you might expect for a shotgun. Alright, 2 keys have already been activated, wonderful. Anything spawning over here? Probably not. It doesn't sound like we've got any demolishers over this side. So I'm just going to look out for keys. There's a key.
Conduit destroyed. Dust yourself.
Oh.
There'll be
Well, they messed up that conduit, wherever it was.
Demo unit coming in fast.
Okay, so we'll probably have a demolisher coming from this way. Yep, I can hear it. Smell it. There it is. How did that not hit it at all? That was weird. There we go. That first shot just went nowhere. What was that about? Thank you for saying, Kenna, thank you for the Amber Shard video. Did the maths and found my Zaku only needed 1 Amber Shard for 1 hair off 100% energy on spawn. It's surprising, isn't it?
Eyes open, sunshine.
Like,
Here we
you'd think there would be a visible stat in the arsenal for starting energy, considering how variable it is from frame to frame, from build to build. You would think there would be a stat for starting energy, and there isn't. And it's really perplexing. It makes it look like the preparation mod, you want to get it to 100%, because why would it have 100% as an option if you'd never ever need it? But you never ever need it. You never ever need it. You always thought it was the base max energy? Yeah, that's another thing that throws off as well, isn't it? Yeah. Like, if you increase your max energy, does that increase the amount of starting energy?
You'll just have to wear it.
Well, nope, but it does increase the amount of starting energy you get from percent-based stuff. It's multiplicative with your max energy. Also doesn't work for the index. Ah, I never actually tried it for the index. I didn't think to try it there to add that into the video. That is an interesting footnote.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
He's shooting random things. There is 3 conduits under attack. 3 of them are under attack right now. And I'm just shooting random units because I can. I don't even have my shield up. There we go. Where's some bad guys at? I'm staying right next to this conduit until I can figure out where it should be coming from. This way? This way. Oh, I think I mostly hit the shield there. Okay, this... How did I get knocked down? I've got Shield of Shadows. I thought that was... Is that not status? Sure.
Conduit destroyed. Won't be seeing those goods again.
Not sure on that one.
Why is old Alad
Maybe I should be using the armor strip.
No, ma. Care for another kick at a conduit?
Anyway, saying also I resemble the Titania is too busy recreating the movie script for interpretive dance from Mark. Oh, you mean you resent it? As Titania with Firewalker, interpretive dancing through a tile set is my speciality. Okay, I'm not sure if you mean resent or resemble now, actually. That is throwing me off the next, was there? Why is the bubble not red? My engine colour is red. Why can't the bubble be red? Show me I'm working with my own units. Give me a red bubble. Quality life. Plus. Ah. Have a key. These things are key to disruption, you know. And that might be the worst joke I've ever told on this stream.
Routines. Demo units too.
Shield Shadows doesn't give knockdown resistance, only damage? Huh. I don't know why I thought it transferred status as well. I know Link does, but I might have just been getting it confused with Link. Look, these nullifier bubbles are red. This is really weird to look at, but I do have red nullifier bubbles. Give me red snow globes on my Arctic Xmas. Buzz. Alright, let me see if I can terrify the armor off of this thing. That was Desecrate. Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing it. Does not seem to be doing it. A live A. One downside, as far as I'm concerned, with Shield of Shadows, you need your shadows to be, you know, close to you, but they don't run towards you. You have to resummon them. They have a tendency to just stick around wherever the hell they are. I'd say that is a downside of Shield of Shadows. If you're on the move, you'll find yourself having to recast it just to have your defenses up again. Well, I'm at 90% damage reduction when they're around me, so that's good. That's exactly what I'm saying, Brotheroni. I know that's the reason why I'm not getting a white snow globe. Sorry, not getting a red snow globe. Is because the Xmas isn't following my energy color. I'm saying it could. Just like how the nullifier bubble is following my energy color. You see? So it would be nice if the Arctic Xmas bubble also followed my energy color, much like Frost Snow Globe does. To make it easier to appreciate.
Conduits about to reset. Feeling lucky?
Yeah, nullify, nullify, nullify. There we are. We're fine. That's right, Brother Oni. I try to make myself as clear and understandable as possible on streams, but just like me reading you guys' chat, you're not going to perfectly understand me. It's fine. We all do our best to communicate. Well, I do my best. Some of you don't. You know who you are. You know who you are, who I'm talking to. Those respond to an active question with just yes, and like, yes what? Not a yes or no question. Why are you saying yes? Don't other Xmas summoned by Necros change colours? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on other abilities and if they do change colour.
Next burst, same as a first. Mind you don't get flanked.
Sentient Influx. Let's see, where are they? Also, I apparently have 11 shadows active. 11 out of 7 shadows. Oh, no, it's down to 9. Nope, nope, nope. You want not to get that conduit. Alright, I've just lost a whole bunch of shadows, so if I summon now... Let's see, what do I get in terms of shadows? Okay, for some reason I only have 6 shadows, I'm supposed to have 7. Alright, yeah, I've got a Shock Xmas, and the Shock Orbs aren't ready either. So Xmas abilities just don't match my energy colour. It would be nice if they did to differentiate them. To be able to actually tell them apart would be cool. Because it's difficult enough seeing the same units. Granted, they've got this energy colour on them, but trying to tell who is who, it's not easy. Just grab that key, and I would like to bullet jump this way, please. Thank you. Like you remember Oddly Coloured Blast and Arson Xmas? We don't have a Arson Xmas around here. I can't test on that. I'll see if I can find a Blitz Xmas. See if I can kill one and activate the Shadows of the Dead with that. Might take a minute. I think, yeah, this should have Blitz Xmas going around, so I'll see if I can find one. Recruit it into the Shadow Army and then see what it looks like. What do reworked Xmas units do? Quite a bit. Blitz sends out a line-based attack, which is highly damaging. Energy Leech spawns an energy zone, which hits you with a magnetic proc after a second. Health Leech will create a health draining zone, which will heal it and its allies nearby. Toxin Xmas, which I think is infested one only, creates a toxic cloud around it. Shock Xmas will create homing electric projectiles. They'll home in on you even if you're invisible if they know to cast it. Yeah, Guardian Xmas, Corpus only, has rotating shields around it which are completely impenetrable to damage, even with Punch Druid. And it will add insane damage reduction to nearby allies. Those flappy bits on Necros, those are just Necros, I think. Those are just Necros. There, you can see that bubble there, that was an Energy Leech Xmas bubble. So just got a Shock Xmas. Here we've got an Energy Leech, so you can see that zone there, that is its leeching zone. Still not seeing the Blitz Xmas I'm looking for. That's another another Health Leech. Otherwise known as just Leech. Oh, it's swinging around. Stop! Stop! I just want to hit your face once. There we go.
Conduit down. Look.
Conduit down? Damn, I took out my one.
The most important thing, but piece of advice. It is.
I don't know if I'm going to see a Blitz Xmas. I haven't seen one. Don't get it. Don't. Shit. It died too quick for me, chat. No one else was killing it. Yeah, Energy Leech doesn't just remove energy passively and invisibly now, no. You have to get hit by the zone, and it gives you a magnetic proc. So if you are immune to magnetic procs, either by using Arcane Nullifier, ironically enough, or by using some kind of status blocker like Iron Skin, then you are immune to Energy Leech Xmas. Which is a nice thing to have. Hello, Mehmet. I'm doing alright. Hope you're doing well yourself. Ah, Blitz, 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 Blitz. Alright, I just called the Blitz. Can I summon a Blitz? Yes. Okay, cool. Let's see what this Blitz looks like.
Lock and load.
I want to see its attack. That's interesting. It looks white. Blitz is a yellow attack. Yeah. Blitz is usually a yellow attack, and that one was white. Either white or very light blue. Huh. Well, that was unexpected. Let me just re-heal it. That was definitely unexpected. Level cap? This ain't level cap. No, 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 no. Ungodly One, if you're unable to actually play the game, feel free to hit the extraction. Yeah, we should probably... Oh, you can run but can't jump. Debug frame. Yeah. I don't know how you can fix that one. Ooh, that was not the kill I was hoping for. And I'm knocked down. Thank you, game. And someone else killed before I could reload. Okay. Is the nullifier bubble red because of my energy color? Yes, my energy color is currently red. You can see there. So the nullifiers are red because I am red. But then other things just don't seem to be following that pattern. Yeah, they've tried voiding out to no positive effect. You're right, they could try dying. What are they playing? Nidus. They could try dying. Might take them a while. Might take them a while. I remember having a bug where I just lost a weapon as Wukong. It's like, well, you could try dying. I'm like, I don't want to use up all of my passive. Slightly declines. Yeah, Nidus does decline death, doesn't he? It just kind of pays death off. Heck, that thing was fast. Ooh. Got it. That's fine. That was a lot faster than I was expecting, even with the speed boost. That thing just sprinted past me. Let's dip for you. It's no fun being in a mission when you can't actually do the mission, so let's dip.
Eyes open, sunshine. Here we go.
As you can see their health, they are just living. Oh, was that a blitz? No, it's Arctic. I was just going to see what its energy color was, but wrong one. Imagine dying as Nidus? It's possible. It's possible. You just have to not have the right setup for the mission that you're in, yeah. Oh, we got a few more relics, a few more bits and pieces, even got a couple of Riven slivers. It's all good. Will I play Void Cascade today? It wasn't on the plan. This is a disruption stream. It wasn't really on the plan, no. Quintus asking for an Archon Stretch Jaya. Curious to see if it can self-sustain without Energize. Probably not. Let's try it. Jaya! Hello! We're going to see what we can do with you. Hello! I am randomly singing. How am I going to put this together? That's the first question. Because I could drop Prime Continuity here, which would allow me to put on the Archon Stretch. I've got the Archon Extended. Archon Stretch could take its place. I would lose a little. I'd lose half my range bonus. I gain back a load of strength, which I could then drop strength elsewhere to make up stuff otherwise. Do that. Yeah, let's drop you, put you there, put that there, and then bring the range back up with all the reach. Not quite the same build as we had, but that works for now, I suppose. Do I have something I could put in the Exla slot for 7? That'd be worthwhile. Worthwhile is the problem one there. Not really. Oh, Max Badge is out. Be away for a bit. Everyone wants to take my place, don't mind. Alright, yeah, sure. In which case, if you want to take the space, we got one space open. I just closed the tabs as I got a message there. So whoever that was, please send it again. Whoever it was, please send that again. Yeah. Range drift. The drift mod for range is a 9 drain. Where is it? There we are. Cosmo wants in. There we are. So I wouldn't be able to do that because I've only got 7 space here. Well, I can get it to 8 space by doing that, actually. Can I make this any better? I could... Actually, I can drop the rolling guard as well, actually. Now I think about it. I go rolling guard, switch it down, which is why we have some downrank stuff. There we go. Grab that. It's only 20 plat. Who cares about 20 plat? And then I can slot that in. There we are. Yeah, that worked. In the end, I've actually just ended up buffing a couple stats. That works. Archon Stretch, plus ability range. Ability to deal electricity damage, restore 2 energy per second over 5 seconds. And you want to see if this works without Energize. Let's bring instead Avenger to double dip on the whole crit process. Can I manifest some Streamlux, get some Acti-K8 relics? We'll see what happens for you, Cosmo. We'll see what happens. That's when you close tabs just so someone sends a message. Honestly, it hurts worse when you've got loads of messages if you're doing a whole bunch of trading at once. And so you go to close one tab, but you stray just a little bit too far and it hits close all instead. It's like, shit. Or likewise, if you're about to invite the person and instead you hit close tab or close all, whichever one's next to it, and it's just gone. There is nothing you can do. You can't reach out to them and say, sorry, I didn't mean to close that. Can you message me again? Because how are you going to message them again? If you don't remember the name of the person, they're just gone. That's it. Warframe's chat system does leave some to be desired. What's the point in Nullify being 102%, not just 100%? Reasons. That's it. That's why it's reasons. There is no reason for Nullifier to be 102% protection, but it is that number. Probably something to do with the amount it goes up per tier, and they just kind of went, it works, people understand. Rather than, you know, manually setting the numbers, it might be because it's just got some background variable that's been multiplied.
It's from
Yeah, go figure.
Look at here! Oh my god!
Here, thank you for playing that. That sound clip always brings smiles to my face.
Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens to the conjure before
Alright,
you can
let's
put the goods.
do some more disrupting. I'm going to try and be more effective with my Kuva Heck this time. Try not to miss so many shots. I'm going to fail spectacularly at that, but I'm going to try. Zimio did everything there just die well quicker than it had any right to.
This isn't your regular bolt job. Allied V sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed.
That's start of Apollo Disruption for you. Sentinel and abilities just kind of go burr. Okay. Nullifier just deletes the orb. Good to know.
First key.
Nullifier just deletes the orb.
Demo units on its way.
I seem to have quite a bit of energy over time. Why do I have quite a bit of energy over time? Styanax. Sorry, Quintus, we're not going to be able to test. Styanax decided energy was a thing. Didn't think to check if anyone was going to just go full hog on energy generation. I was wondering why I had just so much energy all of a sudden. It's alright, Cosmo. I didn't think to check. But hey. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Demo unit coming in fast. That thing bows and you can kiss the conduit goodbye.
I'll be honest, I've never really connected with Jai's abilities. I mean, that's noticed by the fact that I'm not even using Rose Goblin. I hope I have this game. I do. Alright, where's some nearby enemies, please? I need nearby enemies now, or the ability will run out. There we are. Got a few more seconds to play with now. For an ability that can run out and go on a timer, the fact that it starts with a low timer, even though it can go really high, I find a little bit annoying.
Not going home yet. We just got
It's like, we know that you want to use this ability, and we know that it will allow it to go up in duration to quite an extent, but to get there in the first place, you must make sure you only cast it as soon as you're about to get a few kills to get that timer up. Which feels a bit weird to me.
Wakey, wakey.
Anyone else get that
Here
impression?
we go.
Like Eternal War starting at 10 seconds? Same vibe, yeah. Same vibe. At least with Eternal War, if it runs out, you can just recast it. Whereas if, was it Cathode Grace, Rotoswell, whichever one it is, I think it's Cathode Grace, if that runs out, cooldown. It's a punishment for letting it run out. It's like, you didn't give me the time in the first place. It's an oddity. Just one of those design choices where I wonder,
Demo unit incoming. Don't
what's
let
that?
them near the
The
conduit.
best? Grid is saying, actually the timer does increase if other people kill your targets if you have an active status block on them. I mean, good to know that that works. You gain timer if other people get the kill, if you get an assist, basically. I mean, because we're low enough level, or the mission, I should say, is low enough level, they are just passively dying to my 4 for my Sentinel, which is keeping the timer up. It's just the fact that it starts on... How low does it start? 12.4 seconds, despite having a max of 1 minute. 12.4 seconds. And we just kind of roll with that. It just seems odd to me.
Demo units looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear.
Alright, let's see if I can figure out where this one is going to be coming from. I heard it. Oh, knockdown. No! It's going to die to my Sentinel. There we are. That works. Chaos Prime is near. We are closing in, although there's quite a few other frames in the way first. Hildren Prime, Wisp Prime, Baruch Prime. Those are all first. I think it's just those 3. Jason, I have no idea what comment you're referring to there, but the way you're phrasing it, I'm not sure I want to know. Chaos Prime is going to be close to next year, December. I don't know if it'd be next year, December, would it be? No, yeah, you're probably right. It'd be close to that.
They're back, and they're well pissed off.
Wouldn't be far off. Can I find some enemies nearby, please? My timer is down to 17 seconds.
Interference routines. Demo units too.
There we go. Got some enemies spawning. Whew. I was a little too focused on the objective there for a moment rather than just killing enemies, and the time was getting decidedly close. But it's all good. Mostly. Kind of. Here we are. There's some more spawning. If I didn't have enemy radar, this would be a pain to keep up. Where's that one? There he is. It's about to time out on me, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Just got like 20 seconds added in one burst there. Much better, much better.
Don't let them near the conduit.
Okay, so this one The Demolisher likes to come from over this way. And today is no exception. Almost killed it with that. Almost a kill. I need to get more headshots. I haven't actually charged the gun with damage with headshots. And Dengrit, we're in a 4-person mission here, so the enemy spawning is at max. It's just they were spawning in a different part of the map. Not to do with the steel path at this point. It's good. It's to do with the fact that I was just wrong place. I need headshots, carrier. Stop killing the ones I can headshot. That apparently did not count as a headshot. Oh, goodness gracious. I've got one headshot kill recently. One. Theoretically, Syndrolin, yeah. Theoretically. That's the primary release order we're expecting. In between my shots, carrier kills that thing. I just want headshots! Oh god, they all died. Floods. I just headshots. That's all I need. Let me power up my gun. Dengar, it doesn't make the spawn logic excusable. It explains that Steel Path isn't the difference. That if this were a Steel Path mission, we'd have exactly the same spawning. Just high level. Because we're at a 4-person squad already. What Steel Path does, alongside the level buff and the hit point and armor buff, is it also makes it where enemies always spawn as if there's 4 players in the squad, even if you've got fewer players. It doesn't take it beyond that. Oh, come on. I just need one of these to be considered a headshot kill. Preferably 3, but just, I'd take 1. That apparently wasn't a headshot. I don't know where the headshot is on that drone if that's not a headshot. There we go. I got 1 headshot. 2 headshots. That was a body shot. My bad. Kind of a lot happening there all of a sudden. Nope, that wasn't a headshot apparently. Get rid of the drone and everything's already dead. There we go. Yep, that was a headshot. Alright, I have 3 stacks on my headshot arcane now. Alright, well, Dengret, we can agree to disagree on that one. The design is that Steel Path has the spawning of 4 players. You're saying it's not that way, it gives you more. Okay. That's your experience. Build, you can see the build in the Warframe Arsenal overlay on Twitch. If you tap onto your screen, it should come up. It's a yellow button. These magnetic anomalies go away now. Oh, I just got nullified. Didn't pay attention. Seriously, why are there still magnetic anomalies around? Okay, that one's finally gone.
One more round, what'd you say?
Have they all gone? Wonder how Gauss Prime will turn out in terms of bonuses and appearance. Appearance, no idea. Bonuses, they'll probably buff up sprint speed and shield capacity, is what I'd guess. And then, of course, you'll get 2 extra polarities, maybe 3 built in. Probably just 2. More specifically, how things popping around the target. So when I get a crit whilst Jai's 4th ability is active, it creates a electric shock nearby, which just kind of blaps stuff, generally. It goes full Thor's lightning on them. So yeah, it's because of my 4th ability at the moment, and because the enemies are low enough level, that crit damage is enough to just kill them. Let me see. Abilities, Rhoda Swell. Discharge damage, 1,242 electric. Which honestly does not seem that much. I'm not sure how that's enough to kill stuff. I have to pay attention to what's happening. That seems to be doing more. So I don't know if I fully understand this ability myself, to be honest with you. I need to do some research. Yeah, no, that did a lot more there. I definitely saw a 1000 separator. So maybe it's got a crit bonus. I mean, Jaya does have crit bonuses generally, but yeah. Maybe that's picking up from somewhere I'm not paying attention to. Could be my Arcane Avenger, could be the passive, could be something else I'm not aware of, because it was an orange crit that hit that one, for example. Activate this. It died. We'll take those. Which of the Zariman weapons do I like the most? Good question. I'd say Fenmore, probably. I know it's not the strongest. The Latum is alright. It's exceedingly powerful, but that's kind of the big thing for it, is that it's exceedingly powerful. As a weapon, it's alright. I don't know what it is. I just don't really fully connect with it. I don't know what it is. I think that is more just a vibe I don't get from it. The Inundum and Praedos are just kind of melees. I already have the Croydon Prime, so the Praedos is a bit... It's just Croydon Prime, but different to me. Oh, bollocks. That thing's sticking through the wall. The Inundum is cool, but again, it's a melee weapon. I don't really melee as much. And then you got the Felarx, which is disappointing when it works. Currently bugged, so it doesn't even work correctly anyway. That is frustrating. Yeah, I hope that answers that one for you.
Can't do anything about that last interference routine. You'll just have to wear it. Maybe I can catch the next one.
Now, I don't know how much energy I'm being fed at the moment, or if I've been fed energy, but my energy hasn't been an issue so far. Jaya is maintaining. I will say, however, it doesn't feel like the 2 energy per second is really that impactful, because that gives me 120 energy per minute. We've been in here 14 minutes, so that will be quite cool. Well, whoever activated that one wasn't ready for it.
Got past you, and now the conduit's blown. Move on. Move on.
That's going to nullify me, isn't it? Or it can knock me out of notification range. That works too. Been trying to stay away from giving me the buff. I mean, best of luck on... Son of a... Seriously, nullifiers just piss me off. Nullifiers really piss me off. They just keep on shutting you down. And it's not just 1 or 2 of them. It's like, oh yeah, let me just extend this bubble out of nowhere again. Oh, you came around the corner. Oh, there's another bubble. Ah! Oh, that was supposed to be a kill. There we go. Oh, I didn't have any headshot bonuses stacked. That would hurt. Max Match. I don't know if they're benefiting from Vigilante set. Best way to test that, though, would be to try that in Simulacrum. Not something I've tested out is Proteus turrets. Not in terms of what's giving them crits. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing some Stynex buffs on me. But it's fine. I get that nullifiers are a challenge in the game. It's just... They definitely get frustrating at times. It's like, oh great, here comes another fun-destroying bubble. Excuse me whilst my abilities say goodnight. Why is my energy rocketing down? Hold up, why was my energy going down so fast? Did anyone else see that? Energy drain conduit? Oh, I didn't notice that. Thank you, Zebulon. I wasn't even looking at that bit. I was too busy just trying to focus on the frame and how to make its abilities work. My bad. Yeah, that'll do it. That will absolutely do it. I have no headshot bonuses again. I might actually just avoid using Deadhead for this shotgun against the Corpus, because trying to maintain the headshots when I'm also killing by other means as well is actually just a pain in the ass. Because I feel like there's enough things for me to focus on without having to go, oh, do I need to be going for a headshot again? Oh, dearie me, love, I need to make sure that's all timed up. Oh, would you look at that, love? Oh, there's a nullifier. Well, gosh darn it, isn't that just going to ruin my day? Yeah, it gets a bit on my nerves. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Thank you. Hey, Lulen's blueprint. Oh, that's a little bit different.
With great stupidity comes great reward. What do you reckon?
Yeah, there are very few frames out there that don't mind seeing a nullifier. Pretty much the frames that don't have ongoing abilities. If you have ongoing abilities that are kind of core to your kit, be it defensive, offensive, control, whatever, nullifiers are a problem. Which makes you just want to use rapid-firing AoE weaponry to deal with. I must say, just rolled a mitre ribbon. Oh, fair do. Enjoy your ribbon. You like the Lieutenant Flux to pop them? Yeah, anything rapid rate of fire works on them. Or aim for the drone. The drone that swivels around quite rapidly at times. And sometimes just doesn't register a hit because it's slightly behind the bubble. But, you know, you can aim for the drone. Can I grab that? Thank you. Wait. Oh, I guess I didn't need to bring that key. Someone just got it. Yeah, I'd say that, at least for this level, Jai is handling. I don't know about the energy income, but Jai is handling. When I say I don't know about the income, I don't know if the energy income really matters from Archon Stretch. I'd have to do the same thing without it. Although, again, I'd have to also make sure that Stylax hasn't been affected at all. Right. Let me just clear a space for me to think a second. We go into the abilities here. I am getting from... Is it Cathode Grace? Yeah, energy rate 3.73 from that. Is that all? I expected more. I definitely expected more than 3.73 from that. Fair enough. Stylax and Jar makes a good duo. I mean, they work together to an extent, yeah. Energy is nice to have. No one will disagree with that. Oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely getting that energy from Stylax at the moment. Is that... How much energy per second is that? If I just... Okay, I mean, I can use my energy pretty quickly, but it's still coming back pretty quickly too. Stylax energy output be strong, guys. It's strong. With Archon Stretch, basically passive Xeneric uptime all the time. Yeah, I suppose that's the way of looking at it. I basically have Xeneric's Wellspring permanently active. So long as Archon Stretch is active and my third ability is active. Which most of the time both of those are.
Right, they're having a go. Keep the demos away from that conduit.
Don't worry about it, Cosmo. Don't worry about it. If anything, you are showing the value of Stylax right now. You are showing the value of Stylax and also communicating what you're doing to your squad mates. That is definitely an important thing to do. It's like how you can't go into a public mission and complain if someone is using a Banshee or a Limbo or whatever, You're in no right to do that because you got into a public mission. You said to the game, I will take literally any squad mate you throw my way. And so the game gave you any squad mate.
Should have been a buffin. Missed me calling.
So that's entirely on the people who choose to just bring anyone and anything into a squad without trying to set things up specifically. Oh, okay, something just marmalized me. Alright. And I'm alive, thank you. Yeah, that Blitz Xmas was definitely using a yellow energy color there. Okay, I tried shooting the nullifier. As soon as I popped the bubble, he decided to go flying backwards. I think Stynax might have had something to do with that flight. It could have been anyone. A big part of what Stynax is also providing for me is shield generation, which is kind of useful when things keep trying to murder my shields at rapid rates. Wow, I did nothing. There we go.
The longer we stick around, the more likely we'll get our asses handed to us. Still, we've got stupidity comes.
Buff up that, there we go, everything explodes. Shoot that, more things explode. And up goes the timer on the third ability.
Bulk signal returns. Dig in.
I'm saying, yeah, they still complain. I think in reference to the complaints in public missions. Thing is, when I say you can't complain, I should rephrase that. If you go into a public mission and someone joins with a frame or weapon loadout you didn't want to say, you mostly shouldn't complain. Certainly you shouldn't complain to the player. The player can play the game how they damn well please within the rules as given by DE. You will find that some people will complain, despite the fact that they probably shouldn't. Damn, these things are fast. And I'm knocked out. Where players really should complain would be to DE if it is indeed a problem. Saying, oh no, why did you bring Limbo? Limbo is trash. Not a valid complaint. Saying to DE, hey, yeah, you know how the Kuvazar just kind of takes up my entire screen and just kills everything in every mission ever and I can't get a shot in? Yeah, that's a problem. Valid complaint. Saying to the person using the Kuvazar, no, you're not allowed to bring that weapon to the squad. Not valid. The public squad. There are also players who just like to complain. I believe we call those people humans, because everyone's got something to complain about. Like, I didn't notice that my third ability ran out somehow, somewhere, and I thought I had plenty of time on it. But apparently I didn't, so now it's on cooldown. Yep. My third ability is on cooldown. If Nullifiers put it on cooldown as well, I would actually just not use Jaya, but thankfully that is not the case.
Conduits about to reset. Feeling lucky?
Oh, another little lens blueprint. Okay. And we are done. That's 10 rounds. That is 10 rounds. Let's take Jaya out of here now. Mix it up a bit.
Eyes open, sunshine.
Harris 4 just doesn't cooperate with the Incarnate guns. Yeah, there are some anti-synergies out there, which are unavoidable. If you're in a public squad, it'll just happen and you're like, ah, shit. Are Lulens worth making? Define worth. That's the first thing you need to do. A Lua lens is more powerful than an Eidolon lens, so you will get a faster rate of focus generation from your gear that a Lua lens is put onto. Is it worth it? Comes down to what you're looking for. How you measure worth to yourself. We go Lua lens. So you can see that with the blueprints, sure, easy enough to obtain. You need Eidolon lenses, and to make Eidolon lenses, well, you need the Eidolon lens blueprint, or you need to purchase Eidolon lenses. I go into it in more detail in the focus lens guide on my YouTube channel. So check that out if you would like to know more about that. I'm going to make turn an Eidolon Unairu lens into a Lua lens, because I don't think I have a lot of Unairu focus. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think I have a lot of it. Let me see. Unairu. Yeah, no, I've got this to unlock still, this to unlock still, that to upgrade, that to upgrade. So yeah, there's some work that needs doing there. Compared to Xeneric, which... Oh, well, no, actually, there's plenty missing on Xeneric, too. There is plenty of work left to do on Xeneric, and the other one I had, I think, was Vazarin? Oh god, wow, Vazarin has even worse. You know what, I might have accidentally just chosen the one that needs the least work. But hey, there we go. Whatever. Is a thing. Is fine. Let's see. Of the requests we've got going at the moment, General Pavlova asked for Phoenix Disruption, do Yeet Loki with Tenet Envoy and Latum. I love how it looks like a sentient. I mean, that's a very specific request. But I also love how it looks like a sentient, so sure, let's do it. My Yeet Loki has my most horrifying use of these Archon shards I could probably do. I've just gone ahead and put in Parkour Velocity. All three of these Amber shards. Including the Tau Forge, because why not? Is it a good use of shards? Absolutely not. Is it something I would recommend? Not in a million years. Is it something I've done anyway? Yes, of course I have. Why wouldn't I? We don't do sensible here. I've even got Arcane Consequence on here. I've got Firewalker on here. Just adding to the Yeet. I've got Infestor Mobility. Oh yeah, we're going to be flying. We're going to be flying! Which is exactly the idea. And I'm going to switch this over. I didn't actually want it on Vazarin. I wanted it on Madurai. Alright then. Hello, Buxy. Loved the use of Yeet Loki as a verb at the end of the Ambershard video. Yeah, Yeet Loki is a name, and then you can also Yeet your Loki. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to Yeet your Loki. Let me just check, is this on the appropriate build? Yeah, that'll do fine. And you... Corrosive Heat? Okay. Okay. Deadhead, is that going to be appropriate for this? I'm going to switch that over to... Switch to Dexterity, because I got the Glaive Prime. If I use Dexterity, it means then I just kind of generally blap some stuff, and there we are. Job done. Alright, let's do this. But why Loki? Two reasons. One, Loki doesn't have a lot of uses generally, so it was someone that I could just turn into a Yeet frame without really missing out. Secondly, because Loki doesn't actually really care for most other stats, I could just go Duration, which is great for Infested Mobility because it's such a short-lived ability, so I can get more time out of it, and otherwise just have loads of invisibility. I don't need to think about building for tank or anything sensible, I just go invisible and it's job done.
Operator, incoming transmission.
Invis,
It's from
Yeet.
Fortuna.
Allied V selling the latest in asset
See how quick that is?
security. Conduits.
You see how quick that is? And that's not even with Arcane Consequence happening.
Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something
Can I
happens to
get around the pillar?
conduit
Thank you.
before you can pull the goods. You don't get the goods. Ever. So the bleeders Allied Soul
There we go.
Detective will try to
Just
kill
getting a
you.
little bit of kill stacks going as well.
Console the old bypass so we can
At
get
some
this
point I
thing
might
started.
accidentally land a headshot and that'd be great.
This isn't your regular vault job. Allied B sold the conduits with interference routines specifically.
And because this is so fast, yep, there's the headshot.
Don't you worry, though.
Look how quickly I can clear that.
Conduit keys are
Look
carried
how
by
quick that
high-ranking
goes.
muckety mucks. Knock 'em down. See what they've got.
I mean, that's practically illegal levels of mobility right there. This is what it looks like from the perspective of people who are actually pros at Apex, the movement they have. They're just flying around the screen. You're like, how am I supposed to hit that? This is what their screen looks like.
First key. Right.
I haven't even fired a shot in a while. Let me just actually start playing the mission again. And at this level, like, I can just choose where to go invisible if I need to. Mostly I don't need to. Oh, I hear ya. Just want to do a little bit of sprinting for a bit? Sure, no problem. Nullifier, that's fine. I can just bullet jump. Ta-da! And that was with next to no stacks in my damage arcane, because I kind of let them run out. But yeah. If you weren't viewing in 160p, you get nauseous.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
Oh, come on, don't get stuck on a planet. Yep. Ego boom. Really do go boom here. I mean, come on, look at that. That's just a bullet jump. I'm not even using the roll as well. If I add in the roll, that's how much faster it goes.
Demo unit looking to
It's kind of ridiculous.
and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
You can just open up a whole new world of flight with this. Zephyr got nothing on this. No, where are you going? Got him.
Here to live up to your reputation and try again.
But yeah, Yeet Loki is definitely a thing. It's a stupid thing, but it's a thing. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to let that break. No one needs Endurance Drift. It's so stupidly cheap, and I don't think it's even that good of a mod, is it? Yeah, with the particle bonuses I've got at the moment from Firewalker and the Archon Shards, this is with no ability and no... Okay, it was with no arcane, then suddenly an arcane bonus. But for the last few jumps around there, it was with no arcane, no ability. And it's still pretty fast. What if one Yeet isn't enough? What about Yeet Chroma? If you want to use Yeet Chroma, go right ahead. Just bear in mind that Yeet Chroma doesn't have a lot going for it otherwise. It's still Chroma. Gotta remember that bit. Chroma's a bit of a bland frame. Cast 2 auras, call it a day. How does Punch Through work on beam weapons like Amprex or Ignis? Because sure doesn't go through walls. Does it penetrate more bodies? So, it does penetrate bodies. And in the case of things that chain, I believe it usually should allow for multiple chains, but different chain weapons work in different ways. It's kind of hard to be consistent on saying that. Yeah. It basically just allows it to kind of go further. I don't know on the whole it not going through walls aspect. I've not tested that. I'll be honest, beam weapons are a bit of a mess and punch through is a bit of a mess in general, so I kind of left both of those mechanics to where they are. If you get confused by it, that's natural. It's confusing in Warframe. Alright, got this key. Let's go turn it in. Where does it need to go? This way.
Demo unit coming in fast. That thing bows and you can kiss a
Kim Soda saying, refreshing lurk, power, costume shopping today for the kids. Have a fantastic stream. Thank you, Kim. You have a good one. You take care, Kim. So wooden invigoration for ability duration or strength and particle speed. Sorry, I'm gonna have to retry that sentence. Let me go invisible a second. So wood and invigoration with ability duration or strength and particle speed would make this build absolutely broken, right? I mean, this build's already absolutely broken, so it's kind of a non-starter on the question. Secondly, if you had particle speed, yeah, that would go crazier. Strength, not really so much. Duration would just make it more convenient. Parkour speed, though, yeah, absolutely, that would go insane. Because the parkour speed bonus you get from Helmet, I think, is 75%, which is the equivalent to 5 amber shards. You know, that's not nothing. That's quite a something. Waldens, cheers.
Wakey, wakey. Here we go.
Good thing I cloaked up there. Something was trying to hurt my face. Where was it? I do not know what was trying to hurt my face.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
Yes, I did just aim for the drone with a rocket launcher. But they'll say, hey, just finished the star chart, but now Earth is all red. Do I need to do that to unlock Seal Path, or is there something else I need to do? When you say all red, what comes up when you look at Earth? Like, when you look at the Earth nodes, what's it telling you? Because it might be a Kuvalich, it might be Kuva's siphons are active over there. It could be something else. What's popping up on the nodes as mission options? Apparently something was denying my cloaking there. I hear it. I can't jump correctly. Let me jump. Thank you. Oh, he's dead. Someone else got it. It's fine.
Getting a little hot. Gloves are coming off. Got another round in ya?
Baldo saying Gelia Taxot control territory. Yeah, you've got a Kuvalich, mate. You've got a Kuvalich. That's why it's red. Those are lich controlled nodes. Zoom in, you'll see which specific ones it's actually controlling.
Dig in.
Yeah, that's Kuvalich. Have fun with that. They're definitely not your friend, but if you kill them, you can get a shiny weapon. Yo, Dunkle Tapper and Nick Bros, thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Can I have a key, please? I would like a key. Do you have a key? No. Do you have a key? No. Do you have a key? No. Do any of you have a key? No. Does anything over here have a key? No, but I just... Ah, there we are. Got one. Dang it, someone else had it. Oh, I can shoot you. Killed it. That was... Yeah, Latum is good. In case anyone was curious, Latum is still good. For saying, hi, I love your channel, helped a lot. Thanks, Manu. Glad you enjoy the channel. Welcome to Twitch as well. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Looks like
Baldo, do I need to finish them to get Seal Path? No, to get to Seal Path, you need to complete every single Star Chart mission, and then you head on over to Teshin. I believe that requires... I think that requires completing the Zaraman as well now, doesn't it? I had Steel Path already, so I can't test that. I think that might include this Zaraman, because that's also required for arbitrations. It does require it, yeah. Okay. Which is kind of rough, you know, to get to Steel Path you now have to complete the new war and more. That's a thing. But yeah. So don't just complete the Star Chart, complete the hidden Star Chart. Find out how far you actually have to go. And if that is at all confusing, yes it is. Alright, I'm going to check down here for the Demolisher. It is not, in fact, here. Sounds like I heard a beep. Yep, it's over this way. Is it going to die before I get there? No, it's right here. And now it's dead. How tough is it to get anomaly shards for Caliban's components? Anomaly shards. That's the ones you get from Railjack in the Vale, right? Not too hard, I'd say. Not too hard, because there's always a a sentient node available, but it will take some time. The mission difficulty is higher than you might expect compared to normal Star Chart, but if you've already done Railjack, you'll be familiar with the difficulty you need to face. Bring Corrosive to deal with the sentience. Corrosive or Slash. Slash proc, that is. Damn it, where is the thing I'm trying to shoot? Where is it? Oh. We got it. How did it get there?
One more round, what'd you say?
I'll say, I have to complete a new war. I have to go build a Necromech. I have no clue to get the crafting material for it. Yes, you have to build a Necromech. If you're stuck on any particular material, the wiki is a thing. Check out the wiki. The wiki will tell you how to get a material.
Right. Then back.
If you're still stuck after checking the wiki, then we can try and look into what you're stuck on there. But yes, you will need a Necromech. You will need a Railjack in order to access the new war, complete the new war, and then you can go and do the Angels of Zariman quest, and then you can go and finish all the Zariman missions, all 5 of them, and then you have access to Steel Path nowadays. It is quite a bit more than just complete the Star Chart these days.
Maybe I can catch the next one.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Jump down and let him just go burrow. Seriously, the Latem's damage output is absolutely redonkulously strong. If this one's to eat Loki, I would probably just put on Zarta's Whisper, just because of the double dipping it can do. But like, seriously. Look at that. Carcop saying, you know the game explains things well when it's go to the wiki is the most common answer. I mean, same's true of Minecraft. Some games are wiki games. It's not a good thing, but it's not unheard of. Hey, another Blue Lens blueprint. We're getting a few of those today. Okay. All the best, Baldo. All the best. Oh, 10,000 focus. Don't mind if I do. I'm in Biz. You do not know where I am. I am just going to kill you. What's my favourite frame? That would be Lavos. Lavos is definitely my favourite. Penguin saying, Stardew Valley is a wiki game if you want to efficiently become friends with the whole town. Ah, now there is different, Penguin. There is definitely different. If you want to efficiently become friends, sure, but that's hyper efficiency. That is min-maxing. It is understandable to need to use a guide to min-max. You can just give things to the townsfolk and you learn their likes and dislikes. It gives you that information. You can discover likes and dislikes, certain ones, without just gifting them items. You can find them out ahead of time through different means. So there is that information available in-game to an extent. And some of it is logic, you know, more valuable stuff, more desirable. Fresh fruits and veggies, most people like that. So Stardew Valley does kind of, you know, give you the information to play the game at a standard level. Whereas a wiki game, you will get stuck on something mundane without going to a wiki. That's a difference. Like, for example, how do you get Ember? You've heard about this Warframe Ember, so how do you get them? In-game, you might have some trouble. In-game, you might actually have some trouble figuring out where to get Ember. In fact, one of the things that stopped me playing Warframe the first time around was because I didn't know where to get jack shit, quite honestly. I'd fought a few assassination bosses, I'd completed a couple junctions, got to a couple planets, and I picked up 1 or 2 Warframe pieces, it wasn't clear to me that I needed to keep running the same mission over and over to get the remaining Warframe pieces.
Still, with great stupidity comes great reward.
It's just a surprise.
What do you reckon?
You asked DE Kickbot. DE Kickbot is basically a very miniature form of wikiing. You're still asking a metagame source.
Sunshine. Here we go.
DE Kickbot is in fact not the game. Yes, Baldol. The guide doesn't go into detail into how to get every last single resource, but it does go into detail as to building it and making it as good as you could possibly ever need it to be. Okay, didn't mean to walk into that. Can I load up? I can. That's good. I have the appropriate damage type on this to blow it up. I've just been going around shooting. I'm pretty much on autopilot at the moment, not gonna lie. I know I've got Yeet Loki and I've got Layton, which is supposed to be, you know, headshots to charge. I'm just kind of just going. Ah. I hear something this way. Let me through! Why is that not popping? It was popping earlier.
Those goods again.
There we are. Alright. I mean, it might be coincidental. I might have shot it as someone else popped it because they had the right damage type. I don't know if I actually popped it. Rage Crawler saying I learned nothing about Warframe in game or from YouTube. I don't know if that's going to be quite true. But you're right, a lot of it is going to be through YouTubers. Like I say, it's a wiki game. For better or for worse, it's a wiki game. It's a grind game. Again, for better or for worse. It is a gear-based game. Again, for better or for worse. You can have all the best skills in the world. If all your stuff is unmodded, you will suck. That's a fact.
How's that feel?
There's a number of just features of the gameplay and design that, god damn it, that you either accept or lament. Did I miss enough the guy and all that? I did, and they're right there and they're dead.
Why does old Alad call you lot betrayers anyway? Oh, no matter. Care for another kick at a conduit?
I mean, Wolvens, if you've got the time and patience to learn everything in game, go for it. But things like how starting energy works, things like what are the actual drop rates that you get from Void Relics, or actually where is the best place to farm different items like Void Relics. Things like, what are the hidden features of these abilities that no one ever talked about or hadn't had described? I mean, when I was a new player, Banshee's silence ability just looked like a ability that makes things silent. I didn't make the connection to silence in other game terms, meaning to disable abilities. Silence looked like it meant silence. It was literally silencing your weapons. But it turns out, yeah, it has that other tag meaning of nullifying enemy abilities, which would stop them from using things like grapples or Xmas from creating the snow globe. That wasn't clear at first. Certainly it wasn't clear a couple of years ago. It was talking, what, 3 years back now? 4 years back? Something like that. Which of the two Necromex is better? Void Rig. Easy. Absolutely Void Rig is better. Oh yeah, sure, you can use Bone Widow for everything that you can use Void Rig for. And there are niche circumstances where Bone Widow will be better, but Void Rig is better. Best way to play Warframe is to have a friend that knows the game. Yeah. That's true of a lot of games. Certainly a lot of multiplayer games. EVE Online is a big example of that. I know we were talking about that earlier today. That game. And it's true for a lot of games in general. If you don't have friends to help guide you through, or content creators you can rely on to guide you through a game, a lot of games do suck without that community information. Because a lot of games these days are exceedingly complicated and not very good at telling you about that. They just kind of leave you with it. A tutorial for modding would help so much for new players. I cover it a bit in top 10 tips for more damage, and then there's also my damage calculation guide. Yeah, a out-and-out modding tutorial. I'll be honest, I wouldn't know where to begin. Like, how new do you scope that?
Wakey, wakey.
Because there's polarity and drain and endo for upgrading stuff, and talking about how usually speaking you want to upgrade mods, not just slap on your other unranked mods. And then there's a matter of damage types, and that actually opens up the damage type discussion entirely, but it's still a thing with regards to modding. There's mod priority from top left to bottom right, going across the top row and then the bottom row. You've got the increase of capacity thanks to auras or stances, the increased capacity thanks to a potato. There's a hell of a lot in modding. A hell of a lot. How much do you cover? And then there's also trying to pace that information, because if you tell a new player straight away, yeah, if you want to have the most power out of your gun, you need to get hold of this thing called an Orokin Catalyst. How do you get an Orokin Catalyst? Well, you can get one in game, one or two in game through free stuff every now and then, but mostly you're going to be buying them. Like, wait, so to be able to use the weapon, I have to use an Orokin Reactor, Orokin Catalyst? I have to spend 20 platinum? Isn't that just pay to win? You're like, well, no, but... And all of a sudden the conversation becomes very dark, and now the new player doesn't want to play Warframe. Because you... I mean, I'm speaking for myself here, but I would say the majority of us wouldn't consider Warframe pay to win, and wouldn't consider Orokin Catalysts and Reactors to be a problem. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just saying that, but I don't actually know if that's how you all feel. I don't want to speak for you guys like that. I'm going to make a poll out of that. Do you think Orokin Catalysts are okay as a mechanic? Simple yes or no. As a paid mechanic. I'll just give you guys a minute on that poll there, actually. I'll give you guys a minute on that poll, yes or no. Do you think Orokin Catalysts are okay as a paid mechanic? Because they are a paid mechanic. You will struggle to get more than a few freebies, frankly. New players certainly won't get loads of freebies. So it's a paid mechanic. How do you feel about it? Are you okay with it, or do you think it's actually a problem? Oops, I didn't realise that one was targeted again.
Conduit down.
Ta-da! Alright, one more round. One more round, then we'll stop using the Yeet Loki. Also, guys, quick reminder, we have got the Platinum giveaway poll going. So make sure you get... poll? Platinum giveaway raffle, so make sure you get yourselves a ticket for that. Make sure you grab yourselves a ticket for that exclamation mark ticket to join that if you haven't already done so. Oh, that's interesting. So we got a 50-50 split pretty much on Orokin Catalyst. Some people yes, some people no. Pretty much a 50-50 split. That is interesting. I would have said more people than that would have been okay with it. But that is not what the poll is showing here. Interesting. That is very interesting. I would not have expected that. Phantom Shadow Fox saying, I see it's fine because you can get them from Nightwave. Well, how many can you get from Nightwave? Think again, perspective, newer player. Once you got loads of stuff to trade, you just try to someone else and you got a plat for days. In fact, if you're efficient, you can purchase auras from Nightwave and sell them for plat to other people and get Orokin Catalyst even cheaper that way. Demon Spoke, it's just one ticket. Everyone gets just one ticket. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. The Queen of England could rise from her grave and ask for tickets and she'd still only get one. I'd also be really concerned as to how she managed to rise from her grave, but there you go. Everyone gets one ticket. Crown Label saying a new player doesn't need to be potatoing things yet. When you say a new player will be reaching into the content around Sedna, or even before Sedna. How am I stuck in here? So the higher end of the star chart, actually pretty early on. Like, it doesn't take you a lot to get there. Mastery rank, what, like 5? You can get there? Like, that's not a high bar. That's really not a high bar, and if you've got non-potato gear at that stage, you will struggle. Because if you've not got potato in, you're certainly not formering it. So that will give them 30 drain, or sorry, 30 capacity with maybe 1 polarity on the weapon they're using, just innately there. That would be painful. Reload. I'm gonna die. There we go. We're good. Let's get out of here. Python Arena saying 2 good weapons is all that's needed. Well, sure, if you want to talk about all that's needed. So, no weapon or build diversity available. Also, sorties, you need more than 2 weapons because there's weapon modifiers and weapon restriction modifiers.
Check, ejecting.
Strife saying, well, if you really think about it, having 60 mod capacity from the start when you reach max rank is better than 30 and spending 20 plat just to double it. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there, Strife. You've got a clear and concise point there, it's just I don't actually understand what your point is. Let me retry that. Well, if you really think about it, thinking about what? It's saying we've got a point. So, Strife's point is having 60 mod capacity from the start of what? When you reach max rank. So when you start or when you reach max rank? Is better than having 30 and spending 20 plat just to double it. I mean, it sounds like your point in there, Strife, is having 60 for free is better than having 30 and having to pay for 60. Which then asks better by what consideration? Because it's an interesting aspect of game design, game balance, in accordance with also the fact that you have to pay for the game to exist. I've been thinking about this a lot over the last couple of years in terms of the very concept of pay to win versus pay to play. Because Warframe is marketed as a free game, but then so is every free game that has microtransactions. So to let you guys in on something, by the way, and this might surprise a bunch of you. Let you in on something. If I go to this profile here, let me go to my stats. I have mission hours 1,670. I have currently just sat around 5,442 platinum, and I've spent well more than that on Warframe slots, weapon slots, equipment upgrades, on rushing items, both in the foundry and in the dojo. I have spent it on trades to get a hold of items. I've spent it on some cosmetics here or there, even. Like, you know, I've got these little bits and pieces just here. These what do you call them? Articulars. They ain't free. I've spent a hell of a lot of platinum. So, with that all considered, chat, over 1,500 hours, all that platinum and whatnot, how much money do you think I've spent on this game? Not talking about ancillary stuff for producing the stream or producing videos. How much do you think I've spent on the game? And yes, this does come up often enough that there are a few regulars who know the answer. And you're very right, yeah. It's 0. I haven't spent a single penny on Warframe. And as a content creator for Warframe, that might sound a little bit ridiculous. It is, in a sense, ridiculous. How can I possibly play a game with over 1,500 hours of mission content alone, with all of these cosmetics, all of these updates, all of this matchmaking going on? How can I possibly do all of that entirely for free? And that's because someone else is paying, basically. Someone else is paying through this. In some games, they restrict it to just cosmetics. Fair enough, but by putting some things, by creating a trade economy, and then putting some things behind a miniature paywall, DE have found a way to get it where other people have completely willingly paid for my part of the game. Other people have completely willingly done that. If we took out trading, that would be terrible. Or trading even just for platinum, that would be terrible. Because then it would feel like it's just pay to win. But even then, it's a PvE game. It's a PvE game. So, ignoring Conclave, because Conclave doesn't exist, let's be honest now, like 20 people play it per week. Maximum 20 people, I'm sure. It's otherwise a PvE game. And you could look at it as the trial. If you have a Warframe, you've got no former in it, even though you can just grind former in game, you've got no Oricon reactor or anything like that, you've just got yourself, yeah, base capacity. That's the trial. That's the free half of the game. And if you would like to play more of the game, if you would like to make it easier on yourself, if you'd like to access more of the options, then pay to upgrade. And you are given a teaser of some of the stuff that you can get by upgrade. You're given some free equivalents of those upgrades through your cred offerings. You can get these bits and pieces. In fact, I could right now pick up 10 of these, which is a bit ridiculous, but there we are. But that's more and more the way I'm seeing it. Hi, someone here, Sell Ash Blueprint. Chris Glindo, this is Twitch. This is where you can watch a game being played. If you're looking to purchase things in Warframe from other players, you want to check out warframe.market. That'll be the website for you, dude. That'll be the website for you. So yeah, because I've been thinking about this with, say for example, EVE Online, where there is PvP. And again, if you pay, you have access to better gear than non-paying people. That's just a fact. Not only access to better gear, but the gear you have is also just better once you have the skill points. That can be argued pay to win. Here in Warframe, it's PvE game, but you can access better gear, more powerful gear, when you pay. Or when someone else pays for you. Is that pay to win? And is it a problem if it's pay to win? Back in the day, you go back 20-ish years, and it was trial games. You would get a demo disc with demos of games where you get like the first mission available, and then it said, right, do you want to continue playing this game? Have you enjoyed it? Spend the money, go get the game. And it's curious to me. There is friction against that. Some people see a free game and then they can get more powerful stuff, non-cosmetic things by paying, and they go, well, that's a problem. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. In a PvE game where you can try the content, but if you don't pay, you will struggle. It's curious. It's a curious concept. I mean, because here's where I take it. Here's where I take this line of thinking. This is why I don't have really an answer. This is a monologue of thoughts without conclusion. I'm good at that. Here's where it gets interesting to think about. Think of your mobile games, like, for example, Candy Crush. think of your mobile games where they have these levels of increasing difficulty, and that difficulty seems to be just carefully set so that without being really lucky, you reach a point where you just cannot proceed. You reach a point where getting the thing you are wanting is actually just painful. Progress doesn't stop necessarily, but it becomes glacial. Success becomes luck, because your skill has reached a limit, your ability to beat it has reached a limit. But if you pay that little bit of money, you add that little bit of money in, and suddenly it's not a problem anymore. You can just do the missions. And how is that different from an Orokin Catalyst and an Orokin Reactor? Where in the free game you can play to a certain level and then you reach a difficulty, that scaling wall. Certainly if you tried to take unpotatoed stuff onto the steel path, you would start going, ah, very quickly. Where do we draw the line? How do you draw the line? Is there a line to be drawn? Or is it as kind of a fading zone of feeling? Which is probably the most accurate because, let's face it, we're not a hive mind. Wolven saying, because you can get it for free in Warframe through trades. Okay, Wolven, so it's okay if someone else pays for it. Is that your point? It's okay to have pay to progress, pay to continue, pay to make easier, so long as someone else can pay it for you. It's their money, it's up to them how they spend it. I feel like that's kind of just skipping the point entirely. Because it's your money, it's up to you how you spend it. If the game says pay to continue and you go, I don't want to, then that's fine, that's up to you, that's your money, that's up to you how to spend it. That's not really an answer at that point. It's curious. There is definitely a line, because in myself, I feel that a lot of your mobile games are like, oh yeah, you can continue for free forever, but if you want to keep continuing, pay up, otherwise you won't be able to succeed on the missions. But then on Warframe, I don't have such a friction against that, and I want to better understand that difference, but I've not thought about it thoroughly enough, I've not seen enough perspectives to really nail that down. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it might be related to the consumable nature boosts you get in your typical mobile games, the very issue-ridden mobile games. Or these boosts can be locked behind RNG. It's hard to say. Oh yeah, I've heard of Black Desert Online, yeah. It's trying to understand where it becomes okay. Not to say, oh look, here's a really terrible example, because I remember another game, I think it was called Dark Orbit, and that was very bad. Jesus Christ, that thing was terrible for its monetization. But it's not finding examples of what's trash. It's figuring out when and how we become okay with things. Where's the line? Because as I said, we did a poll here just moments ago. 50% of people, roughly speaking, about 50% of people said they were not okay with how Orokin Catalysts are as a paid feature. And that's interesting to me, because I did not expect it to be that many people who are against them. Like I say, I feel with Warframe you can put in more time and effort to get those items by buying and selling with plat. So again, it's someone else is paying it for you. Is it okay to have a paywall if someone else can pay the paywall for you? Isn't that just play to earn? People saying yes. So long as someone else can pay it for you, it's perfectly okay for you. Or sounds a little like a boosting service to an extent, yeah. But kind of reverse. No, it's actually kind of reverse. Boosting service, you pay someone else to level you up. There you would be having someone else level you up. But they're the ones paying and you're giving gameplay. It's a bit weird. Woman's saying, it feels like a yes, but now I'm wondering how I get that answer. You see what I'm saying, Woman's? Yeah, you see where I'm going, kind of deal. Perhaps a community post is warranted? Sorry, Cosmo, did you suggest that I should try and get the opinions of the general YouTube commenters on topics such as monetization in free-to-play games? You might have a little bit more faith in people than I do, Cosmo. Just a little bit more faith. I can see that becoming a cesspool very quickly. YouTube already holds back some comments on some stuff and runs it by me. It's like, do you really want these comments on your channel? And half the time I'll look at them and I'm like, YouTube, calm down. It's just a word from Warframe, it's fine. And other times I'll look at it like, yeah, no, that person is just being toxic. Chuck it out. Don't want them here. Sometimes I'll actually full-on shadow ban someone from the channel because, Jesus Christ, some people are very toxic. But yeah. Rage Koala saying, I played Magic. I'm going to guess Magic the Garib Ring. Trades are totally legit because they value the thing you give over their money. They aren't a victim. In my opinion, you're both equals and happy. Okay, but isn't that true of any transaction you can do in a game as well? I'm not a victim if I purchase Platinum from Warframe. I would be aware of the transaction taking place. I will be giving them money in exchange for goods and services. You make a comparison saying trades are legit because they value the thing, they aren't a victim, but it implies that something else causes someone to be a victim. You've got an implicit comparison there, but I don't see the comparison. You haven't finished making that one. And again, I'm not trying to attack anyone here individually for your opinions. I want to tease apart the fuller concept to better understand it. I feel like this is a huge part of gaming, that the evolving industry we should all be cognizant of. I think that's how you pronounce that word. Is Twitch chat much better? Yes, because I can contact you and speak to you individually on a more one-to-one basis, as much as we've got 150 people here on stream at once. And at the same time, if you've come here into a Twitch stream, because of the nature of my content, you're probably a slightly more engaged person. Let's be real now. Tens of thousands of people watching me over on YouTube. Tens to hundreds of people watching at any one time here on Twitch. You tend to be a little bit more engaged here. Not drawing any comparisons between one community and another, but, you know, there are comparisons to be made. Scraper saying, if I say yes to it being okay for someone else to pay, I think I'm saying I'm okay with dodging the money burden on myself, but ambivalent to someone else's scenario. I guess. I mean, it's kind of half of a point, I suppose. That's the thing. As I'm saying, I think one factor here that was missed is how much of an inconvenience it is, rather than just straight up being fine with or disliking it. Yeah, the poll can only go so far. It's not like I could put every bit of nuance into a poll. That was more to get an idea as to, hang on, this assumption I have that most people are okay with it, is that true? Poll said no, actually. Half the people aren't okay with it. Which raises the question, okay, why aren't they okay? Why do they say they're not okay? Because I'm okay with how Orokin catalysts and reactors are in the game. I'm okay with the fact that I can trade for platinum, and I can get the reactors and catalysts that way. If I couldn't trade for them, knowing what I know now, I think I would be okay with purchasing the platinum for it. However, as a new player, if the friend that got me into Warframe said, oh yeah, by the way, if you want to actually be able to beat the second half of the star chart comfortably, you're going to want to spend about 10 quid, and then you can upgrade like all these different things. Hang on. I thought this was a free-to-play game. Oh, is it one of those free-to-play games? Right. Because if I saw that on top of seeing, wait, so to get Trinity, I need this platinum. Oh. And to get the next weapon I want to unlock, well, that would be, if I want to get the Simulor, that's platinum. Oh. Yeah, longer streaming coming. Oh, we've got a good conversation going on here. I don't want to break this one. I don't want to break this conversation. It's an important conversation to have. So, knowing what I know now about the game and how much I enjoy it, yes, I would be okay with upgrading certain bits of my gear. I would need to look into the pricing to understand where I'll be okay with that. Donkle Tapper, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Really appreciate it, dude. Oh. Thank you very, very much for sharing that support over here. Enjoy your lovely blue badge and emotes to go with that. Saying, I played for years, haven't finished basic Star Chart or the New War. Allow myself to buy slots and primes if I have the basic inversion, get potatoes by Nightwave, 37, and have a self-employed and could buy everything. Would probably stop playing at that point. I mean, that's a fair point. That is also a fair point as well, because you want to draw a line between playing the game and buying the game, and that is a distinction as well that can hurt free-to-play games. If you start buying, how much do you buy before you go, well, actually, why am I playing? And that's another interesting one. There have been numerous anecdotes of people who've got friends into a game, into Warframe specifically. Said friend has purchased, say, the latest Prime Access. They got all these super cool Prime items. They've got loads of mods coming in. They're trading for this, that, the other. And then they're just like, well, now I bought all the gear. What am I doing? I kind of already have the gear. And then they just peace out. They get bored. That's another tough one, yeah. It's curious. Cosmic Arca saying, I enjoy the Foundry. Very good device in game. The Foundry is an interesting one. The Foundry I find a very interesting one. I have been at times annoyed with the Foundry, but only at times. Especially when, say, building Warframes, because it's like, I'll come back 3 days later. I just spent 12 hours building all the parts. 3 days? Here's a curious thing. One, you're going to be playing this game a week from now. That is pretty much a given. If you care enough about the game, you are going to be playing it a week from now. How often have I spent Platinum Speed Up a Craft? A few times. A few times, Cosmo. The second thing. What's the difference between this and a mobile game having an energy system if you want to continue a certain type of campaign? You're allowed to do other missions without costing energy, but then the campaign has an energy cost to enter the missions. And once you're out of energy for the day, or once you're waiting for the items to build for the day, you can't keep doing that bit you wanted to do, unless you pay. I mean, there's a parallel to be drawn there, right? There is a parallel to be drawn. Golden will say, I remember when you had to pay Plat to revive in a mission. God, yeah, that's going back a bit, isn't it? That's going back a bit. As I was saying, I'd say the Foundry is different because it doesn't lock you out of playing the game, but it locks you out of playing that part of the game. It locks you out of that Warframe until you've had it built. You've already done the bits to get it, but now you have to wait for it to be unlocked. And just like an energy system in a mobile game could say, well, you can't play the campaign. You can do this repeatable mission over here, for the basic rewards and whatnot, but you can't continue the campaign. You're out of energy for that. Again, it's drawing a parallel. There's not going to be a perfect parallel because one person's Black Desert is another person's Bejeweled is another person's Warframe. You know, you obviously can't compare directly, but it's drawing parallels and asking ourselves to qualify what actually is different about those parallels that we are okay with or not okay with. Imagine if they made a gun that shoots Plat. Oh God, premium bullets. Could you imagine? Anyway, this topic is now beginning to circle around, and I am still conscious of the time, so I think that is where we're going to have to do the Platinum giveaway, guys. If you haven't already grabbed yourself a ticket, exclamation mark ticket, this is your very, very last opportunity to get in on the giveaway today. Exclamation mark ticket, Setting to Nowhere's grabbed themselves one, Strife has just grabbed one. Strife, how have you only just grabbed one? You were here since, let me see here, 24 minutes past 7. That is now almost 3 hours ago on the dot. You've only just picked up a ticket? Fair enough. Fair enough. We got tickets coming in there, Vasrik. My waifu now, interesting name, fair enough. Margie's grabbed a ticket, first ticket ever as well. I'll give you guys a moment more because I do see a load of people still grabbing their tickets. I'll give you just a moment more on that. Cosmo, you've already got a ticket. And I just want to be clear with the discussion I've been having here as well, guys. With the discussion, I'm not saying that things need to change anywhere. I'm not saying that anything needs to happen. This is not a platform for promotion, for change, or anything political, or financial business sense. I like to, instead, make sure that I test and challenge my understanding of the game, understanding of the wider considerations, not just of this game, but of the gaming industry, because we're all a part of it. We consider ourselves part of the gaming community in one aspect or another, and to know what we're doing and what we're accepting within that. Like I said, until I made that poll, I would have said that most players are okay with Origin Catalyst. Now, I know that is not the case. Of those who responded, half said no, they're not okay. And there is nuance to be had in that, but the fact that the immediate answer is half said no says a lot. So it's important to understand. And you know what? On that note, that is enough time for anyone to enter the giveaway. If you've not already entered, well, tough. Don't care anymore. You've had over 3 hours to join. I think that is more than enough time to try and get yourself a little bit of platinum. So, of those of you who did enter today, the winner on that is going to be Master Chief 0121. Master Chief, congratulations, you are today's winner of the Platinum giveaway. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch in the next few minutes after the stream to get hold of your Warframe username and platform, so we can get that Platinum sent on over to you. Congratulations there, Master Chief 0121. You're a winner. And everyone else, thank you very, very much for joining in on today's stream. But don't go anywhere just yet as we switch on over to my lovely face in higher detail. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we are going to be heading on over to another part of the Warframe community that might probably be having a different discussion to the one we've been having here. Might be having a slightly different one. So let me see. Who can we go and raid today? That was a nice roll on that R there. Who can we go and raid? Oh, you can keep spamming rigged just because you didn't win. You know what? It is specifically rigged against you. If you post rigged, the bot remembers your name and decides to actually just not give you a chance to win. That's how rigged it is. If you say rigged, the bot thinks you're an arsehole and never lets you have it. And it's absolutely a lie, but there you go. Is Neonest live? Good question. I don't see a Neonest. We went to them recently anyway. You know what? Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting title. I'm just going to check on a stream here and see how long live he is. Wait, I'm not seeing him. I got set viewers high to low. Where is he? Here? Let me refresh. Oh, he's not on Warframe. Oh, well, that doesn't count then. If he's... Oh, he's on Fort... He's on Fortnite? And how long has my microphone been... No one wanted to tell me my... There we are. Hope I muted that sound properly for you. He's on Fortnite? No, we're not going there. We're not going there. Let me check on the stream real quick. Yeah, this seems fine. We'll go to this one. I've chosen who we're going to today. Unless Twitch says otherwise. Let me see what happens here when I press this command. Hey, there we are, it worked. Okay, cool. We are raiding on over to Mr. Roadblock. I have actually no idea about their content, but it looks like they are in the middle of going absolutely ham with Siren Prime. So sure, why not? Let's see a little bit of Siren Prime action. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one on Wednesday. But until then, bye well. I'll see you next time.